in a Mario game.
Whoa,
Yeah.
damn.
Crossover. Hey, big news. I don't want to talk about Pac-Man anymore.
What about, but I didn't even get to my whole thing about Adam Sandler's Pixels, Justin. I didn't even get to talk about Pixels.
Isn't you saying that? Doesn't that cover it?
Yes.
Okay. Back when I was about 7, I was at a dinner in my hometown.
Just the one in there.
One more again. Back
did a
when I was
Mario
about
game.
7, I was at a diner in my
damn.
hometown, and I was
Hey,
enjoying
big news.
crisp,
I
don't want to talk about Pac-Man
tasty
anymore.
water.
What about, but I
with a
didn't even
lemon
get to
wedge.
my whole
Hey,
thing about
folks,
Adam
this is a
Sandler's
quick break from me
Pixels,
to you.
Justin.
When you get a
didn't
drink at a
even get to
restaurant,
talk about Pixels.
Isn't
Even if
you
you're
say
getting
that?
a
Doesn't
soda,
that cover it?
Go ahead and
Yes.
ask a lemon wedge in there. You're going to be shocked.
Back
at
when
how
I was
much
about
that spices
7, I
up
was
that
at a
cola
dinner in my
or
hometown.
water. It's a real treat, and sometimes it may look at you a little funny if you ask for it with Diet Coke, but trust me on this one.
I remember taking the lemon wedge out, tasting it, and saying to no one in particular, I love lemons. A complete stranger leaned over to me and said, if you eat too many lemons in a day, you'll die, and then turned back to their meal. To this day, I can't enjoy a nice lemon without the thought of imminent death looming over me. Why did this complete stranger say this to me? What do they know that we don't? And how can I finally get back to my pre-lemon fearing days? And that's from Lemon Dread. The thing about it is, if you eat too much of anything, you'll die. Because how are we defining too much? And I would submit it's the number it takes to kill you. Like, that's too much lemons would kill you. So yes, but too much of like
Couldn't
waffles,
kill- not me.
serrano peppers, marmalade.
I could eat a million lemons and
Do you
not
think-
You could eat
die.
a million
How many
lemons.
lemons? Okay, do you think you could eat enough lemons to kill you before you passed out?
This is a weird line that I don't necessarily want to explore. This body horror, this 7-esque gluttony,
man
but with
versus
lemons.
food.
Yeah. What? Okay, this person said this to plant a flag in your memory with their face on it so that one day you would write into an advice show and talk about this strange thing that they said to you one time. This
They are
person
your
was
constant.
they are a performance artist is what they are.
Oh.
And this is you are their most successful exhibit. Because I don't think you need to worry about eating a lemon and passing away from it. I literally don't know what else to say about this question.
Do you have any memories from childhood of someone saying, I remember once, so I took Ritalin and then later different versions of ADD medication growing up. And I remember once a health teacher, mind you, now this is at the time when health teacher was synonymous with gym coach, but a health teacher telling me in elementary school, because I took one of my pills without a drink, told me that if I continued to take pills without a drink, it would get stuck in my throat and give me throat cancer.
How did that?
Wow. That's
and
that's
this-
a good health teacher.
Yeah, that's maybe the worst possible subject teacher to tell you that falsehood.
Yes. This is the same health teacher, I believe, that because I used to write notes on my hand in ink, that I would get ink poisoning.
Hand cancer.
I would
from
get
the-
hand cancer.
Sort of a one arrow in their quiver, it sounds like. How did you... I wish you'd told me how you responded to this person. That's the thing I really want to know from this story, because if somebody told me this, I think I would just try to make myself as small as possible until the situation resolved itself. Without my
Of course. They probably reacted the same way every child does appropriately when a stranger talks to them, and it's silence and returning to your business. People gotta be careful what you say to kids. They remember. Once I was at Bob Evans' farm, and an old man... Once I was at Bob Evans' farm...
to start that and take a run
I gotta
up.
start over. I gotta start over. I lost my mo. Once I was at Bob Evans' farm, and an old man couldn't get his change out of the soda machine. And I went over, and I was probably 10, and I went over, and I helped this old man. I got his change out, and I handed it to him. And he said, "Thanks, young man. I'll dance at your wedding." And I had... And I was like fucking so tripped out for the rest of the day. Like, what does he know that I don't? Why would he say this to me?
Oh my
How will this old
God.
man find me? How will he know I'm getting married? I didn't give him my name. How will he know to find me? And I would say, like, I mean, I remember, I'm 37 years old now. I remember this moment, like, with perfect clarity where I was when this adult said this weird shit to me. Can we please just, like, say normal things to kids and reduce our idioms and our metaphors when talking to children?
Did he turn into a beam of light after he said that and shoot into the heavens?
No.
Did
no,
you see
he
him
just
at your wedding?
Drank his cherry Coke. Oh, he would have been long dead. He was an old man, and I was not married for 2 decades later,
Okay.
so I'm sure.
Okay, but
maybe
be
you
honest with
hear
me for a second, Justin. For a second, on your wedding day, did you look?
You look around.
100% guaranteed, no question. This is also another vivid memory, is being towards the end of the ceremony and having the fleeting thought like, didn't see him. Huh, all right, well, enjoy your change, I guess.
I think,
And then
is it-
Sydney transformed.
Yeah.
My crane, why?
Is it? That's what that song's about. Is it a possible? I think maybe just definitely don't talk to a strange child who says something at a restaurant in the booth behind you, like, I love lemons. That was the thing that activated this person's mind to say, like, my turn to speak. Like, that's wild.
We were at a grocery store yesterday, and they had a cart at the front that had, I'd never seen these before. They had a plastic seat in the front so that you could strap 2 kids into. It elongated it by about 1.5 feet, so it piloting it is a utter disaster. And it's designed for 2 children, but Charlie saw it, was like, hell yeah, absolutely. I think I'm going to ride in that weird carnival shopping cart. And we didn't want to because they're miserable to push around, and also she's one child, and I couldn't deal with the pressure of people looking at me like, 2-seater for 1 kid. Interesting. So we were arguing with her for, it felt like about 3 hours trying to get her out. And this other woman who had a daughter roughly Charlie's age leaned over to Charlie and said, actually, that one's got a flat tire. And that worked instantly.
See,
and that woman is my true homie for life.
Yeah.
I tried to give her a blood debt, and she was, I didn't know exactly how it worked. So I ended up just kind of walking away. But, like, I will never forget this person. And that is a rare instance
You're
where,
right.
like, maybe this person, what I'm getting at is maybe this person saw something on your parents' face where it's like, again with the fucking lemons. This kid always eats lemons, and it's so weird. And the person at the other table was like, no problem. I have got your back.
But they didn't.
Let me take care of this one for you. I have just the right thing to say.
And then they went back to their home and they looked in the magic mirror and they said, am I free yet? Am I free from the curse? Have I saved another child?
They went back to their orange farm. It was like, fuck yeah, did it again.
Another one.
Got another one, guys. We're gonna be king of Citrus Mountain before you know it.
Are you saying that oranges and lemons are competitors in some way? They
Yeah.
occupy 2 completely different sort of eating experience fields.
What I'm saying is, if the custom was to have an orange slice on top of every fancy drink you ever had, that'd be a pretty good day for the orange people.
We've got
that's all I'm
Blue
saying.
Moon. How do we expand? We could get into water. No, everybody knows what goes with. Wait, yeah? I've got an idea. What if, little guerrilla marketing,
Yep.
we tell people,
I go from soda fountain to soda fountain just yelling that lemons are bad. Yeah, that sounds like a pretty good idea, Mark. Get out there, Mark.
Get out there, Mark. You start, and we'll follow you.
Grassroots, Mark. Street team.
We're gonna take a quick break now. Get our ducats in a row. That's not saying. Anyway, it's somebody's.
I liked it though. It was almost a turn of
It was
phrase.
good, yeah. Hey, I want to tell everybody all about MeUndies. MeUndies, they make underwear for...
Whoa, TMI, man.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Yeah, what's TMI?
Too many ideas.
So...
That's worse. That's
yeah,
grosser.
it's worse.
Ugh.
Yeah, so...
No. Hold on.
No,
Give
let's
us
let
another one,
Justin
Justin.
stew
No,
in it
we
for
got to
a bit.
move on. We got to move on.
Too many intros.
I don't want to have to do another make good like last week.
MeUndies offers just the most comfortable underwear of all time. They also offer matching pairs, which are a unique, fun gift for you and your Valentine, or you and your whoever. your best bud,
You and your boss. No. Nope.
your boss, your
Nope.
your principal.
Nope.
They are the perfect balance of comfortable fit and exciting prints to help you and your Valentine look great. Don't spend another Valentine's Day giving the same old gift. Check out MeUndies.com and find the best match for your match. We have a couple matching pairs from MeUndies, and it's a lot of fun.
Wait, hold on.
Just,
We do?
no, me and
Okay.
and they're really fun to wear. I also like right now. Actually, I'm wearing their lounge pants, which I don't think are included in this particular bullet point, but I can't say enough about these very comfortable lounge pants. All of it's made from the softest materials on earth. They're talking 3 times softer than cotton soft. This Valentine's Day, get your partner a fun, thoughtful gift that's comfortable for the both of you. Right now, MeUndies has an exclusive Valentine's Day offer for our listeners. For any first-time purchasers, when you purchase MeUndies matching pairs, you get 20% off and free shipping. MeUndies is so sure you'll love their underwear, they offer a 100% satisfaction guarantee. If you don't love your first pair, you get a full refund. So to get your 20% off your matching pairs, free shipping, and a 100% satisfaction guarantee, go to MeUndies.com/mybrother. That's MeUndies.com/mybrother. This will be the best Valentine's Day gift you will give. Start matching your bottom half to your better half. Go to MeUndies.com/mybrother right now.
Count it.
That was really good, Griffin. You did a great
Good job, Griffin.
Oh,
I'm so
come
proud.
on, please. Please, you flatter me.
Trav, do you want to read this one?
Sure I do. Postage rates have gone up again. That's all it says. Weird. Anyways, let's stamp
So let's move on to the next one.
Yeah.
My name is Greg Williamson with a special message on my brother. Postage rates have gone up again. Bye.
Let Stamps.com keep your rates down with postage discounts up to 40%. Discounts you can't even get at the post office. Buy and print official U.S. postage for any letter, package, and class of mail using your own computer and printer. Then the mail carrier picks it up. No more trips to the post office. Wham, bam, totally done, easy. You won't have to worry about letters anymore.
Well,
I don't spend that much time worrying about letters.
Oh, it's my every day, 3 hours a day, in one solid chunk, start to finish, 1 o'clock to 4 o'clock every day. What am I going to do with these letters? And now I know. Stamps.com.
You can enjoy the Stamps.com. You took too long. Stamps.com service
damn
with a
it.
special offer that includes a 4-week trial plus postage and a digital scale. Just go to Stamps.com, click on the microphone at the top of the homepage, and type in my brother. That's Stamps.com. Enter my brother. What?
Enter my brother.
Oh,
Justin, come on.
Just gross. I meant like an Osmosis Jones way.
No, you didn't.
I have a message here. It's about Cedric.
You want to say that,
Cedric.
Nick? You said Cedric.
No,
I
he
didn't. I
said
said
Sedgwick.
Thank you, Travis. It's
All
a
right.
dream folk
Start
band.
Start over. I fucked it.
Why do I have to start over?
I fucked it
You're the
up.
one that sucks.
Yeah, I'm the one that fucked it up.
So I'm not starting over. What order did I leave off on? Band based in Chicago, Illinois. Cedric is a dream folk band based in Chicago, Illinois. Using their roots in folk music and influences from alt rock and electronica, Sedgwick explores emotionally stirring themes via complex vocal harmonies and sweeping symphonic soundscapes that has been described as haunting, evocative, beautiful music by WGN Radio. Listen to the album Collapse now and find Sedgwick on social media. That's at SEDGEWICK band. That's their Twitter handle. Listen to Cedric's full-length studio album. I did say full length.
And
I'm
you
gonna
also
take it
did say
again.
Cedric that time. That was
Oh,
Cedric.
that one was Cedric. It's Sedgwick. Listen to Sedgwick's. Listen to Sedgwick's full-length studio album Collapse on Spotify, SoundCloud, iTunes, and find out more at sedgwickmusic.com. Okay, I figured out the problem.
Full wing.
Sedgwick.
Do you like music?
Sedgwick, we're very
Sedgwick sounds like you're saying Cedric with a baby accent, and I understand that now.
Yeah,
I
listen,
get it.
And that's not on Cedric. It's a great name, and it's this music does sound evocative and powerful. It's just we fucked it up, and then we kind of went down our own little hole. We
We're
made the
baby
hole, and then we are baby
But at
people, and
least
we made a hole.
You'll remember it now. It's Sedgwick, not Cedric.
Do you
And
think-
I'm not speaking with a baby accent. They're two different words.
I have a message here for Jessica, and it's from Graham, who says, "Dearest Magpie, you're the best thing that ever happened to me. I'm so lucky to have you as my partner, best friend, wife, and baby mama." Why are we all incapable of reading these like normal human beings? my best friend, wife, and baby mama. I'm grateful you said I will all those years ago. Thank you for being mine, for the family we've chosen and built, and for all our days together. Love, forever and always. G. P.S. Great job! I didn't even say that part right. Okay. Jessica, Graham, congratulations on your momentous love. And it's the kind of stuff that's going to move mountains. And that's all I have to say about that.
And I'm really glad that Jessica, when asked, will you help me hide this body, said, I will.
Yeah, sure. She's always down. She knows the best spots.
She knows the game.
Griffin, read this one too. You just keep doing such a good job reading.
Let me moisten my instrument. Oh, God.
Were you reacting to your own phrase there?
Yeah. Here's one for Jay, and it's from Tosca, who says, Hey, Jay, happy belated Candle Nights. It was a pretty belated Candle Nights. Thank you for being one of my close friends and introducing me to these good brothers and the Adventure Zone. Looking forward to more gaming hijinks, dumb references, and memes, childhood crime stories, and hotel wrestle battles. Love you, dork. P.S. Is this why you wanted me to read this one?
It is, yes.
Omae wa Moshinderu. That's You Are Already Dead, and I believe it's from Fist of the North Star. Okay.
That's fine.
That one's fine. That one's not, yeah. Omae wa Moshinderu. I'm sorry, everybody. Did you include that so that one of us would say it and then get dunked on Twitter by people who are like, that's actually, you've mispronounced the Fist of the North Star quote so badly. And now I'm boycotting the show.
I'm Hal Lublin.
I'm Danielle Radford.
I am Michael Eagle.
And we are the hosts of Tights and Fights, Maximum Fun's newest podcast dedicated to all things wrestling.
We'll be talking about Sasha Banks, the Women's Revolution, Sasha Banks, the brand split, and Sasha Banks' wigs.
And we'll also be talking about wrestler fashion. Some wrestlers wear too many clothes. Some wrestlers don't wear enough clothes at all.
And I'll be doing impressions of all your favorite wrestlers.
New episodes Thursdays on Maximum Fun or wherever you get your podcasts. Oh yeah, dig it.
Tights and Fights Podcast. Tights and Fights.
Here's a Yahoo that was sent in by Morgan Davey. Keep it wavy, Morgan Davey. It's from Yahoo Answers user. Sorry, something has gone wrong, but I've got to refresh it. And then it's still wrong, so I'm going to say this is Flo from Progressive Insurance. If you could speak as soon as you were born, what would your first words be? You've just been born. What are your first words you say? Thanks. And Justin, I know that this is something hot on your mind.
Yeah.
Is it strange that we haven't discussed the fact that in like 5 days or 4 days, you and Sydney are expecting?
It's nobody's business.
I guess it's going to be our listeners' business because we're going to have a live show for you next week because Justin's taking some time off.
Yeah, just for the baby stuff. New baby coming.
New baby coming.
Drops this Tuesday. I wanted to do I wanted to reveal it on Insta, but I guess
All right,
are you going to do like a name reveal like Kim Kardashian did?
It's actually Paramy Jivens.
Yeah, it's very exciting. What is if you speak as soon as you're born and you are able to speak and you've just been born and you pop right out, and then what's the first words? What if babies could do this? What if babies had 9 months to think of like a dope entrance line, but then they couldn't speak again for, 18 months or whatever, following sort of the natural order of things.
Oh man, wouldn't that suck if you pop out and you're like, I'm so happy to boo here. Fuck. I blew it.
Yeah.
What if they just popped out and said, I like to do what?
Oh my God, Travis is the best answer.
It's fair. It's a very good answer.
Shit. Before we jump in, I wanted to read a couple of these answers because this is the most disappointed I've ever been in Yahoo, I think. And that's saying something because even when I'm not doing this podcast or interacting with this website, I am experiencing what I would call just sort of a constant low frequency disappointment at Yahoo Answers. This is the best answer. It was voted best answer. It's from Abby, who says, Please put me back in. I don't want to come into this world. You can't make me. Oh, wow. That's the best answer.
Ugh.
Two answers down. Jim G. Not the best answer. Sorry I'm late. I hit some traffic in the birth canal. Hey, Mom.
Hey, Mom.
Way
I like
better.
the hey, Mom at the end.
Way
The Hey
better.
Mom's very good.
Because that makes it seem like the baby is addressing the doctor first, like, yo, sorry I'm late. Oh, hey, Mom.
It addresses two different audiences. It's a pretty good little joke construction there, Jim G. But it's not the best answer.
No.
Abby's is.
The best answer is the first one every 90s comedian would think of. Put me back. It's not.
Yeah.
It's nothing. What if okay, for this example, I would have to think like me now as a baby being born, because if the baby was just born, sure, they could speak English, they wouldn't know what anything is. So that doesn't work for the joke construction. So I would wait for some good entrance line, right, that I could respond to, where like they would say like,
That's good.
okay, he's coming, and I'd pop out and be like, that's what she said, something like that.
Okay, so kind of like one-upping them.
Yeah.
I like that.
Something where I
like
can
that.
respond, like pop out and be like, I'll have what she's having. Something like that where I can really respond and nail the timing.
Yeah, if your mom is like moaning from labor pains, and then you come out and you're like, "I'll have what she's having," like that would be pretty.
That
funny
could be
for a
funny
baby
as
to do.
fuck, dude.
President Bartlett's first words on the West Wing are, "I am the Lord your God. Thou shalt worship no other god before me."
Uh-huh.
Would that be a good
I
opening
do like
salvo for a
that.
baby?
Yeah.
that would
That'd be
be
good.
very commanding. You would run the room at that point, I think.
What if it's three triplets all trying to deliver their jokes at the same time, but the crosstalk makes it unbearable? And then it would be kind of like listening to my brother and me as these babies show up, and they're all like, "My wife, I'll have what she's having. I'm the Lord your God." Like, guys, can we break these up? Can we
Can
separate
we do
these?
one joke per joke, please? Could you do kind of a Joey Gladstone thing, like cut it off, and you're looking at the umbilical
Oh, I
cord?
like that.
Is
Yeah, I
that
like
fun?
a lot.
What if you went
really?
really topical? Because, like, here's the thing. You're only going to do it once, and you popped out and, like, did you guys see The Late Show last night? And you just made it, like, really specific, but a good conversation starter, too, a good icebreaker.
That's good.
I think I know what mine would be. First, I'm gonna look at the webcam in the nursery, make sure the baby's not asleep. Okay, he's not. I think the seed hits the egg, and then I exist while I'm taking. Wait, hold on. Let me think about what I'm saying. Well, no. Listen, life begins at conception.
No!
Hey, listen, one thing we want to establish here on our podcast.
Okay, hold on.
Listen, we're 393 episodes in. It should be clear by now.
Okay.
The one thing I want is for our podcast to be entered as evidence in a Supreme Court deliberation. So I do want to go ahead and establish here, biblically speaking. Right, you finally got to the twist. You finally got to the twist of our podcast. Every 390 fucking episodes, it's the twist, the turn.
I'm just saying. I have the thought. I know what I'm going to say. And then it's just waiting. The long, dark, damp wait. And it's just like, oh, I'm ready. And then out I come as soon as the crown is out. I think I'm not even fully delivered. You hear me yelling, "My name is Kid Rock." And then I'm like, is Kid Rock still cool? And then the baby magic wears off. I can't talk anymore. But I didn't know. Like, no, Kid Rock, we don't really. That would
be so dope if you got that far, and then when you were like 2.5 or 3 or however old, your first words were "Kid Rock." Like that's like such a long time for the drop to come, but it's so worth it.
It's so well. it's kind of worth. It's a little bit worth it.
Could you do? What about "I see you tremble with Antissa"? And then 3 years later, patient.
That could be very good too. I think that your Tim Curry impression, I think you'd have time to get good at it in there. What a fun. I just love making believe, don't you guys? Just saying, we got these brains for a reason, to make up imaginations.
Beautiful. Thank you, Griffin.
Thank you, God, for the imagination you gave me.
Thank you.
What about "I'm the baby, gotta love me"?
I'm the baby, gotta love me. That's so good.
Yeah, that's the one.
I've showed enough videos of baby Sinclair to Charlie at this point that she's like probably the only 3-year-old on planet Earth that's deeply into dinosaurs.
Why would you
clips
do
on
that?
YouTube.
As an experiment, I think.
She got a baby Sinclair toy for Christmas that we got off of eBay. It's got to be one of like 5 left, right?
Yeah, definitely.
That's the one toy I tell her to take really good care of because Daddy probably can't find another one of another baby Sinclair.
But Justin, baby Sinclair is a character purely based off of being a baby who A, does not get along well with not the mama, and 2, is kind of a monster.
Yeah, not
Now,
a great
if
baby.
you think she has not come to me and say, Daddy, let's play the game where I bang on your head, and then you say, if you bang my head one more time, I'm going to throw you across the room, and then you throw me across the room. Like, no, sweetie, we're not playing dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs?
That happens in dinosaurs.
He throws his child?
He throws his child across the room.
Yeah. I've been a dad for about 14 months now.
Yeah.
That's like kind of day one stuff.
Yeah. I'm not
Like,
saying
don't-
I'm 100%ing this, but
It's in one of the great clip. I mean, if you look at one of the great clips of, oh, okay, yeah, just found it's the first result. Here you go. We're just gonna. This is probably the 3rd time we've sent clips of the hit TV show Dinosaurs to each other. If you want to follow along at home, youtube.com/watch?V=U4
or just Google or just search not the mama.
5V, capital X, capital Y, capital Q. And you can see clearly here at it's very obvious at the 17-second mark, Baby Sinclair is thrown across the room by Daddy. Baby Sinclair is fine, but that does happen in the hit TV show Dinosaur.
Does the baby dinosaur and DJ Jazzy Jeff ever run into each other in the air? Like it happened again?
That would be so fresh.
And they
But probably
trade?
not.
And they trade, but he would be killed, right? DJ Jazzy Jeff would not last long in this dinosaur-filled world. I don't necessarily think he's got the skills required to not be destroyed by the dinosaur's powerful jaws. So should we do another question?
Absolutely. Hi, brothers. I'm very quiet at work, and I haven't been there for long. I'm also much younger than everyone else at only 23. I sometimes think that my coworkers don't know how to take me. In a slow part of the day today, my adult coworkers out of nowhere started assigning everyone SpongeBob characters based on their personalities.
Fuck.
Okay.
Oh my God.
When they got around to me, one of my coworkers yelled Krabby Patty, and everyone just agreed. I'm so concerned as to what this means because Krabby Patty isn't a character, thank you. It's just a sea hamburger? Should I quit now? What do I do? And that's from Confused Krabby Patty in Kansas City. That is very confusing. I would not know how to take this information either.
Now, is your real name something that rhymes with Krabby Patty, like Stabby Daddy? And then it's the rhyme that is just kind of undeniable. And maybe the boss's name is Bung Bob. And so he, of course, got that designation. Bung Bob is a pretty good name.
Doesn't rhyme with sponge, but it's still pretty good.
Yeah, but I think it's a slant rhyme. I think it's pretty good.
Wouldn't Sponge Rob rhyme better with SpongeBob?
I think I'm gonna stick. What about Bung Rob?
We rented, there used to be a costume shop in town. We, for a theater thing once, we rented an unlicensed SpongeBob SquarePants costume. And it was listed in the catalog as Sponge Robert, which I think is like, nice, good try.
Please,
y'all.
Sponge Robert was my father.
I'm Bung Rob.
You know, actually, there is no true one Bung Rob. It's a title passed down from father to son.
Yeah, that's why at the end of every season of SpongeBob SquarePants, he goes through a regeneration, and he's voiced by a different actor.
The problem is, it does sound like they were dunking on you for being crabby.
Yeah.
The problem is, if you had spun around on them and be like, excuse me, the Krabby Patty is a burger, not even a character, you would have like reinforced pretty hard, I think, the patty, the crabbiness part of
We
the
should
Krabby Patty.
we should probably address the fact that this sounds like an incredibly toxic work environment.
That is another thing.
Yes, and that's not so much a funny joke as much as it is sort of a unfortunate reality.
And not just because for the obvious, that's definitely not, but it also sounds like on some level these people are uncreative and unfunny and unfunny. Which SpongeBob
You
character
can't
is
stop
everybody?
working. you can't stop working at a place because the people in it are uncreative and unfunny. Like, you will be job hopping for quite a while.
I don't know. Now I'm self-employed and work with myself, and I love it.
Yeah,
I'm self-employed working by I work by myself, and the people I work with are funny about half the time.
Yeah.
I do not think that is a good metric.
Wait, is that us? Hold on.
No, me.
Oh, okay.
So the self-dunk.
Oh, I get it.
There's 3 of us, so if we're all funny half the time, the show's always funny. Run the
True.
math.
It's actually funny 150% of the time. I don't
Now
know.
who's a Krabby Patty?
Okay. This sucks, right? This is like a broader question about like I work at a workplace where people are bullies, I think a little bit in this very innocuous like passive aggressive way, but like that's what it is, right? Like it's very rare that somebody is like pantsing people at the place they work. They just like set up these social hierarchies that not everyone gets the benefit of, and that fucking sucks.
Well,
this is like The Office, right? Like if I worked in the office,
Mm-hmm.
and I saw Dwight getting all of his things taken and picked on and bullied all the time.
Put in Jello?
Put in gelatin. And
Jim, can we all stand up for Dwight for a second?
Can
Ask
you-
Jim to not.
I saw.
can you not put Dwight's stapler in some jammy shake, which is of course what the British called Jello and gelatin, and I only watch the British version.
I'll tell you the most frustrating thing about this poor question asker being called Krabby Patty is they sent a picture of themselves and they are a human-sized starfish. And it seems to me
right
like
there.
it's just right there.
But
It's
there
just right there.
There was already somebody at work named Gatrick, and you just can't.
This is my friend Gatrick Bypass.
Would it be even worse if they were named Patrick and they were like, we're just going to keep calling you Patrick, and then they didn't get to play?
to play with me.
Never play, by the way, people in a work environment or any environment really, the who would everyone be? Because inevitably in every media property, there's always one jerk or asshole or disliked person. And you're going to come around to be like, and who would that person be? And it's always mean. Always mean.
If you do Game of Thrones in your office, you got enough people there, eventually you're going to run out of the humans and somebody's going to have to be a very mean dragon.
Or the uncomfortable throne.
The pointy throne.
Talk about how shitty that chair is.
It's a shitty throne.
You think it's just like, I'll kill everyone's family and make them do horrible crime, and I'm gonna take over to get that big chair and the power that comes with it. And you sit in that chair after doing all that stuff, and you're like, oh man, can I get like a sumo beanbag? Do we have those yet?
And the other thing I've learned from, and this is just a side note about Game of Thrones, if someone tries to make you the hand of the king, you're going to die. So just say no. Just don't do it.
Just say no. Don't do it.
No,
Listen,
no, thank you.
can you say, instead of Krabby Patty, can I be Goliath from Gargoyles, the TV show Gargoyles? And they'll say like, what? And you say like, yeah, either Goliath or Lexington, one of those two from Gargoyles, the TV show Gargoyles. I want to be that one. And they say, but like, that's not really what we're doing. We're doing like a SpongeBob one. And then you know, roar. Maybe you show up the next day dressed up as cosplay from Gargoyles. And it's like, oh yes, it's me, Krabby Patty, I guess. Roar.
Even though I'm clearly Lexington from the Gargoyles.
Obviously, Lexington.
You know how I'm always
like,
perched on top of the cubicles?
yeah, perch on their cubicles and be like, I can be Bronx too if you want. How many other gargoyles get Griffin name?
Is that top of your head? Wait, hold on. Is that top of your head, Griffin?
Yeah, I mean, they were all named after boroughs and shit.
My voice sounds exactly like Jonathan Frakes.
Well, he wasn't actually a gargoyle in that show.
I don't remember.
You did. Somebody didn't watch the deleted scenes
Oh, he got bit by a gargoyle turned into
on the
a
Blu-ray.
Oh, okay.
I did.
see.
My memory of gargoyles stopped when they were still back in the past. So you talking about them being in present day New York? I was like, wait, what the fuck? I forgot
Travis,
that.
that's the pilot, bud.
I know, but I forgot all about that. And I was like, why would they be named after the boroughs in fucking old-timey England or whatever? And only now do I remember looking at the Gargoyles TV series, Wikipedia, that it all took place in New York. Except for fucking Goliath, who was just like, I'm still Goliath.
I'm still Goliath. Well, he's talking about Goliath Street, which is where all the big, strong souvenir shops are. Okay, let's finish the episode thusly. Thank you so much for listening to. Where did Justin go pee in the fiction? We lost Justin.
Oh, that's yeah. What is it in the fiction? Justin has he's disapparated back to Hogwarts.
Yes, he did a Hogwarts spell. No, he lost his thing, but Travis and I are jumping in here for some quick engineering work. Thank you so much for listening, and thanks to Maximum Fun for having us on the network. You can go to MaximumFun.org, check out all the great podcasts there. Shows like Friendly Fire and The Greatest Generation and the Beef and Dairy Network and Judge John Hodgman and so many more. And if you want to hear the other stuff we do, you go to McElroyshows.com. What else did we lose?
What else did we lose
in the fire? I think that might be.
That's it. Yeah, thank you for listening.
Thanks for listening. And then here's the rest. Oh, and thanks to John Roderick and the Long Winters for the use of our theme song as a departure off the album Putting the Days to Bed. Okay, now here's the rest of the episode.
Thank you to John Roderick and thanks to everybody for listening. We very much appreciate you. Anything else we need to mention?
I do want to say Moon Tower Comedy Festival coming up in April in Austin, Texas. Schmanners is going to be performing there. I'm pretty sure the 18th, April 18th, but you can get tickets bit.ly/Moon Tower Schmanners. SHMANNERS.
You think you can score me a ticket for that?
No promise.
Okay. You want that final?
Absolutely.
This final was sent in by Merritt Palmer. Thank you, Merritt. Very, very strong contributions. Whoops. Thank you, Merritt. It's, Yahoo Answers user Jimbo asks, can this site be downloaded?
My name is Justin McElroy.
I'm Travis McElroy.
This is Griffin McElroy.
This has been my brother.
The McElroy brothers are not experts, and their advice should never be followed. Travis insists he's a sexpert, but if there's a degree on his wall, I haven't seen it. Also, this show isn't for kids, which I mention only so the babies out there will know how cool they are for listening. What's up, you cool baby?
It's familiar, but not too familiar, but not familiar. It's a new craze. Hey, good girls, do you want it? Just say, hey, I wanna. Just say, hey, I wanna.
Hello and welcome to My Brother, and Me, an advice show for the modern era. I'm your oldest brother, Justin McElroy.
I'm your middleest brother, Travis McElroy.
And I'm your sweet baby brother and 30 under 30 media luminary, Griffin McElroy.
You know, folks, here we are. It's the end of a tour.
The end of our
End
It's
of
been
our
4 days.
four-day tour. And we are not as young as we once were.
That's how
And
time works.
This tour has been plagued with completely unavoidable injuries.
Was anybody at the Minneapolis show last night? All right, don't tell what happened, but I suffered a very brave injury.
On top of Griffin's unavoidable injury.
Brave, heroic.
Griffin fell backwards in his chair. It's really the only injury you can sustain in our format. We don't have a lot of pyrotechnics.
Well, that's not true.
It made local newspaper headlines that said, "Hero Boy has good fall."
Yeah. Hero Boy saves show with pratfall. I had the unavoidable injury of one of the hosts of Hello from the Magic Tavern, Adil Rafai. You know how sometimes you unavoidably arm wrestle someone 7 times?
Because you unavoidably drank.
Because you unavoidably drank bourbon. And, then you wake up and you're old and, your shoulders and your arms hurt. and then the next day, different parts of your body hurt. That's what old age is, by the way, young people. I have sustained a 48-hour spectrum of energy, like injuries, from arm wrestling, some of which took 36 hours to develop.
And I have a fever right now.
And so this
I
morning,
had a fever so bad last night that I started trying to figure out who would be Justin tonight.
Yeah.
That's how bad this fever was.
and I know, listen, you're all listening to this right now, and you're like, money back, please. And I get that. And this morning,
But no.
there's no refunds.
We need that body we need that money for operations, apparently, to our old bodies.
Here's the thing. We woke up this morning real early, and then we got on a train.
Not just any train, the Empire Builder.
The Empire Builder.
It's a line that goes from Chicago to Seattle. We took it just on the too brief leg from Minneapolis to Milwaukee, which was only 6 hours. And I don't think there's anything that's 6 hours where at the end of it, I think, oh man, I can't believe it's over. But that's the way I felt after this train today. I couldn't believe that I had to get off the train.
It healed my back.
Yep.
Yeah. It made me not have drunkenly arm wrestled Adol Rafai. It was amazing.
Justin still does have a fever.
Uh-oh. But I'm feeling good now. I was feeling a little rough 45 seconds ago back there. But then I came out and I got I opened up a tall, cool glass of Milwaukee Energy. And now you've fed it into me. And I so appreciate that.
And just so you know, and I don't like to throw my power behind things lightly, but ride more trains.
Yeah.
They're great. I want them to have a resurgence that I can take a train to the grocery store.
Even their announcements are like 100 times better than airplane announcements. Can you have the... Can we?
Do I have
you
the
think
one?
it's?
Hold on. I'll see if it'll work.
I don't know if we got permission from. There was a gentleman named Will who kept doing announcements that were the best shit I'd ever heard in my entire life, and I looked forward to them because he wasn't doing the usual Southwest Airlines Austin Powers impression.
All right, let's do
I have
it.
it. See if you can hear this. Okay, I'll do my best.
Ice cold beer. It is now being served in the cafe bar. So come on down, grab that sweet treat, that tasty snack, that cool beverage, and don't forget that delicious cup of coffee always makes love. So come say Will, come say hi, come grab that vodka tonic, that gin and juice, that ice cold beer.
As well. And you know what? I didn't need those things, but I had to get down there to see that guy. And he was as delightful as you would hope he would be in person.
It was amazing.
Thank you, Will. Thank you, trains. Thank you, Choo Choo Trains.
Thank you, train.
Should we do our thing where we do the questions?
So we got an advice show, as you've certainly guessed by now.
We're going to take an intermission. Not right now, but we will be taking an intermission
we're going to be taking several intermissions throughout the night.
Justin will be asleep during the whole intermission, just straight up. But when
We've got an 8-minute diarrhea intermission that starts, I'll let you know.
But when we come back from intermission, we're going to do audience questions. So we want you to be thinking about those now, prepping, and steeling yourself for when you stand up and there's lights up and you're like, oh shit, there's a lot of people here.
Yeah.
And you have to talk in front.
I get it. I have a coworker who, immediately after crossing the doorway of the bathroom, starts unbuckling and unzipping his pants as he walks to the urinal. He doesn't seem to have a medical condition or even have to go with any urgency. My question to you, brothers, is how close to the toilet do you need to be in order to start getting ready? It's a good...
Who's that by no name?
No
Are
name.
you here?
Holy shit. Are you 9 feet tall?
I don't know if that came from the balcony or if they're 9 feet tall.
It's a good question because if you think about it, if you
Not Close Enough in Nina was that name. I don't know why I
not
didn't
close
copy.
enough in Nina. Okay, so the weird thing is, if you think about it, if you start that literally the second before you cross the threshold of the bathroom, it's a crime, and then you get across through the threshold, and it's not a crime anymore. So,
What do we do? What do we even do in
Yeah,
here?
so I feel like from a legality perspective, you're fine once you cross the threshold.
Holy shit, I've never thought about it before, but I can't think of any other, well, maybe a bedroom, a room that's like, it's okay, if you do it in here, it's not a crime.
Nude zones.
Yeah, like just that idea of like,
Nude
we have
zones.
designated that there's something in this paint that protects your nudity.
It's lead, so Jesus can't see you.
And Superman.
Jesus and Superman can't see what happens in the bathroom.
I wouldn't do this not from a question of decency, but just of like my pants falling down. I mean, that's funny once.
Yeah.
But after
Or not. If
you get in the bathroom and you're just like, what? Like, it's kind of...
You walk to the urinal with your pants around your ankles like you're a toddler?
That's what I'm saying. It's maybe funny once. If you're that person in the
What?
office.
They mentioned, I don't think they have a medical condition. What medical condition would necessitate... I need constant breeze on my zone.
You know, the problem here is that we have lost something in the world, and specifically in this country.
Human decency.
No, but yes. Bathroom attendants. Because it was their job
What
to
are
say...
they gonna do?
It was their job to be like, no.
You're suggesting it was a bathroom attendant's job to let you know, and begin.
Consummate your toilet.
Yes. Right this way, sir.
Nope. Not yet. I saw it. Go right ahead.
When we, Dad and I flew in together, and we went...
And boy, are his arms tired. No, even I'm going to say no to that one.
No. We flew in through Atlanta, and...
boy, are his arms tired.
Shit.
So our airplane landed in Atlanta before leaving for another
Damn it.
stop. And they had a bathroom attendant in there, and we were waiting in line. You're gonna have to. I wish I had like a diagram, but we were waiting in line for the toilet stalls, and there was a line of urinals in front of us, and then there was a line of urinals to the right that would have been out of sight for us. And there was a bathroom attendant standing right in front of Dad and I, and he was going, urinals, and then pointed at the ones that were open to our right. And then again, urinals right here. And then he said, urinals right over here, fellas. There's several urinals open right here. Fellas, urinals right here. Like 5 times. And eventually I had to look at this man dead in the eye and say, I'm going to poop. Like, I know. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm going to poop.
You should have just walked over and pooped in the urinal. Like,
You're the boss.
okay.
When in Atlanta.
You're the expert, I guess.
Yeah, it's your bathroom, man. If you want to attend to that, I guess that's your prerogative.
How about a Yahoo? This Yahoo was actually sent in by a lot of people. Thank you, everybody who sent this one, and it's by Yahoo Answers user Amber, who asks, what did Christian Grey say in the clean TV version of the movie 50 Shades of Grey? He said, I don't make love, I blank hard. What word did he say there in the clean version of the movie suitable for TV? I cannot believe TBS would put in the elbow grease required to get this cut going.
Yeah.
I get hard.
I am hard.
No, see, I don't think that would work
That's
either.
still not.
I don't have. What is it? I don't make love?
I don't make love.
I don't make love, I hump. I don't make love, I hump.
You
Good.
don't understand what censorship is. I feel like
I don't make love. I love hard.
I think you can allude to having. I think it's just like the F word that they're having a problem with. Did I just? I think it's fuck. Sorry, we're all grown-ups here. Unlike
It's going to be a ribald show.
Yeah. I don't make love.
They edited in a hand.
A digital hand appears.
I don't make love. You know.
They use that digital hand so much during the movie.
So many times. It covers.
This is my secret room, and here we're gonna shh and do shh
In the during the sex scenes, they edited in like 8 of them, just all angled at different.
Nope. That would be so good. Nobody wants to look at the black censor bars anymore. They just want to see like a guy up there just like
and he's like watching as he keeps up with it, like, oh God, why are they moving so much?
I think they should just have digital parents' fingers come in front of the screen. Just like 4 fingers cover what you see.
But digital guy who's blocking the whole screen would be great because he's watching. And he's like, whoa, no way.
Oh, your parents would be watching too. They wanted to watch an erotic film. They're not going to miss out on some of the erotic scenes.
Yeah, it's there for no parent has put on an erotic film and be like, oh no. Well, I keep saying erotic film. No parent has put on an erotic film. Period. You're all welcome. Sleep well. What if they just leaned into the censorship and it was like, I don't make love, I study hard.
And you should too. Here's a pencil and a candle.
I pray hard, so extra hard and loud.
Sign my Prey contract. This is 50 Shades of Prey.
They should. No, they're missing a money-making opportunity. I don't make love. I Fritos. What, Christian?
These are my Fritos jeans.
Put your Fritos on the floor. I'm going to spray Doritos all over your Pringles.
Are you ready to get flavor blasted?
Are you ready to get flavor blasted?
And then you just see like a bag of Doritos covering the sex scenes.
Yeah.
It was just like the whole thing.
And a lot of movies with sex scenes that go on TBS or USA, Characters Welcome. What they do is they just zoom and like tight crop on the non-sexual parts of the sex that's happening. And I feel like for this movie, it's just like
It's a tiny frame.
Or just like a slow band, like a photo frame in the background, just like his dog. It's just like.
Just crops it. If you cut all the sex scenes out of 50 Shades of Grey, it's basically a short film about a very rich businessman that does not go to work. I haven't seen the second one, 50 Shades Harder? 50 Shades...
50 Shades Harder.
50 Shades Danker? Is that the one?
In that one, he just goes to work the whole time.
We were talking about a question we were thinking about doing that we decided not to do, but during the discussion of that, Travis introduced the phrase into the world, 50 Shades of Grey SMR, and we're not going to do anything with that. It's just that I wanted to record it.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah.
I was so proud of it. You know how like you hatch a baby bird and then someone's like, I'm going to kill that. You're like, oh, I wish you wouldn't.
I wish it would just stay.
That's how I felt.
Stay in the world.
I wish you wouldn't kill my baby bird, but I get it. It's not funny.
I went to Penn Station before seeing Thor Ragnarok with one of my friends.
No spoilers.
While at Penn Station, my friend began to make sex sounds and faces while eating
This
a
is a
sandwich.
raunchy.
It's a very raunchy
Randy affair.
All the questions are sexually themed. Sorry, we should have warned you ahead of time. This is a very sexual
Because
episode.
as we start to get sick and beaten up, get horny.
Get horny. We're severely broken people.
I think I've got a fever. Yeah, you do.
When asked why he was doing this, he looked at me dead in the eyes and said, "It's just that good." He's a very enthusiastic person, but this behavior takes that to a new level. Can I remain friends with him? Should I just never go to Penn Station with him again? Help me, brothers. Are you here?
Is your friend here? And if you are here, please just a yes noise. Just a regular yes
would be fine.
Okay.
Yeah. Is it possible your friend had never had a sandwich before? Because here's the thing. This is nothing against sandwich chains. But to have a sandwich is like, my God.
Yeah, it's not possible.
Like, that's like legend, right?
Also, you
That's
can
not-
have a sandwich orgasm and still be demure about it.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
like when Harry met Sally, but you eat it and you're like, and then that's it.
I'm
You don't
going to
have
finish this sandwich.
It's not all
Wouldn't
yelling
that be
and yelling.
that seemed to be more upsetting if she was like trying to cloak it, wouldn't it? I'll actually have another table. If you could move me away from that woman, that would be great. What do you remember off the top of your head which Penn Station offering it was, what sandwich it was that your friend enjoyed? The club
sandwich?
That's
it
like
wasn't
that
even
was-
hot.
It wasn't even hot. It was a cold club sandwich. There's not even like a good or bad with that. It's just the bread and the cheese and the meat. I mean,
when
that's it.
when I lived in LA,
If this is a story about a good sandwich you ate one time, I'll walk off the stage.
No. It's when we lived in Culver City. There was university housing next to us, and every Sunday for 6 months, we could hear someone make loud sex. There was no peak or valley to it. It was 3 o'clock to 3:0001 for an hour. And I bring this up because much like that, your friend was trying to prove something about how much they were enjoying the sandwich. Like, we get it.
Or how loud an orgasm they can have, both of which are kind of meaningless accomplishments, I feel like.
Did it continue throughout the day? Did he see Thor Ragnarok and like, oh, the fights! I love when Thor does this. You get a free popcorn refill. It's such a great value. Extra butter. I've never sounded like that having sex ever.
How about a different...
What?
I mean, I know what it is.
This just came in. This one just came in so hot, I didn't even know I was going to do it. Until I found it on
How
my...
did it get on your iPad?
It was on here, and I forgot about it, and then it popped up while I was looking for something else. $100 watch. This is kind of a different one, because usually we have a tapestry of a narrative, and this is a much shorter kind of thing, but I just wanted to highlight a user on eBay that posted a lot of haunted dolls.
They're regular Indiana Jones
Yeah.
of haunted dolls
And,
with all of their discoveries.
Her name's Punkin Leah, and
one again?
Punkin Leah, and she does short stories.
No, wait, the user is Punkin Leah.
Punkin Leah.
The doll doesn't write short stories.
No.
Oh, man, that would have been a good homework hack.
Here we go. Here's the first one. Haunted doll possessed by demonic entity. This doll is so chilling. She screams at random times. Nights are favorable. Has been caught turning her head on her own, and my pets will even not go near. End of listing.
Oh, that's it?
That's the listing. New doll. This doll scares the shit out of me. It always moves on its own, which is terrifying. And we've even heard laughs in the middle of the night. I thought I could handle it, but this is the next level haunted. I need it gone. End of listing.
Price to move.
I didn't even
Wait,
know.
how much? Go back to that one. How much?
$18. I need it gone.
I didn't even know you could cuss on eBay.
New doll. Don't let the sweet face fool you. I've had many haunted items throughout the years, but never one that completely moved in front of me and bald daylight literally scared the shit out of me. End of listing. This sweet petite little thing is evil to the core. I I've woke up now numerous times with her in my bed. I have removed her from my house in hopes of preventing this from happening again. I want her gone. Any offer is considered $25. Don't let the cute face fool you. This possessed doll is terrifying. She likes to disappear. She don't like to stay where you put her. And she even giggles at night. I'm ready for her to disappear forever. She scares the hell out of me. Please beware. End of listing.
I do like that there's a sliding scale of this one scares the shit out of me. This one just scares the hell out of me. It's not as bad.
These are all from the same person, and they were all posted within an hour of each other. Hey, Leah, how are things at your house? It seems like you've got kind of a wild house right now.
Hey, Leah, why not one bulk sale?
Listen,
hey, do you want some scary as shit dolls at a low praise? Have I got a group deal for you?
I want all these bastards gone.
Here's my question. Usually when you do a haunted doll watch, it's like, they will watch over you while you're sleeping. They go, healing power. Who is scanning through eBay like, where's the scariest fucking asshole I can buy?
They're all pretty scary to me, but...
I don't know.
I'm
it's scary
skittish.
at first, but then if you get one that's like, shh, I got you.
I have calming energies.
That would actually be, right now, kind of nice.
All right, Griffin, did you have a Yahoo for us?
I did, and it was sent by Level 9000, Drew Davenport. It's Drew answers user. Sorry, something has gone wrong. Or try to reload the page and see if the data will appear on my laptop. It has not appeared on the laptop. Guess I'm gonna call this one
Annabelle.
Randy. Randabelle asks, if someone came up with the idea of a meat drink, would you drink it? It seems as if people will try anything these days.
Point of order, you did come up with the idea of a meat drink.
What if someone came up with
Wait, I just did.
Oh, no.
I just came up with the idea of a meat drink.
We've made drink out of everything.
Yeah.
Vegetables.
Yes.
Fruits.
Yes.
Grains.
Yes. Orbits.
Orbits, the fifth element.
Zima,
the sixth element.
But now meat. You gotta cloak it pretty good. I think like V8 doesn't have the courage to put vegetable in it. They're gonna shorten it. If they could just call that drink vegetables lots, no one would like it. But you do have, they put an 8, so it's a finite number. Like, yes, there are vegetables,
you
but
could fool yourself
there's a
into
limited
thinking,
number.
I'm drinking 8.
No veggies, though. But so you gotta hide the meat. So what I think you should do is, it should just say on the bottle, Pepsi. But then in really small letters below that, it says meat. And it doesn't have a lot of meat.
It could just be one little, when you start production, it could just be one tiny little boba tea bubble of meat.
Yeah.
And you could be
right.
drinking your Pepsi unaware and just like,
Okay, hold on.
but
a lot of you just went, oh, how often do you drink your Pepsi and think, I wonder what's in this?
So what I'm saying is you do that, and then gradually over the weeks and months, you add a little more meat into it, and you make the font bigger on meat. So eventually it just says meat, and then at the bottom, like printed on the bottom, it says like a PepsiCo product. And it's pretty much all meat at that point. Just a big cylinder of meat in a drink.
This is great because I feel like the biggest roadblock of any new culinary idea is just getting people over their hang-ups. No?
yeah, just do you have a solution for it, or?
I don't know. Maybe,
All right.
maybe tell them they've been drinking meat all along and something else. When people are like, oh, meat, I'm like, what do you think is in orange juice? Oh, shit, you're right.
Oh, shit, you're right. I guess there's meat in
Orange
it.
juice is just like fruit meat.
I possess no critical thinking skills, so yeah, I guess orange juice is meat.
You just got to get like a Kardashian to be like, I love meat drink.
I love meat drink, by which I mean Sunny Delight.
Paul's got my meat drink. Hold on. Thanks, Paul. It's just coffee.
Hey,
With booze.
broth. Oops.
Oh, man.
I just thought.
Damn it. It is like a meat. Damn it.
You've been drinking it this whole time.
Well, hopefully you have not been drinking broth. We don't have an audience of octogenarians that have just been nursing broth this whole time.
My God.
Damn it, it was right in front of us the whole
Damn
time.
it, broth.
God damn.
I got another question.
Okay.
All right. I'm an illustrator pursuing my art degree at an art school.
We get it.
In the area, and noticed something troubling during my time at art school. We have to take figure drawing classes, where you draw naked people for hours in basically the dark. It's a great way to learn about the human body. But whenever we have male models, many of my classmates refuse to draw the pippus. How do you advise I encourage my fellow students to stop being cowards and draw that dang dick already? See, like we said, very sexual show.
Yeah, no kidding. Wait.
Okay.
Are you here? Yeah, very close.
When you say refuse,
Like refuse.
is it like they just robe and someone loudly announces, I'm going to stop at the dick? And there's nothing you can say.
Did,
Isn't this homework?
You can't
The
just
dog
not
ate
do
the
it.
penis part of my drawing.
When you turn it in, does the teacher return it with like a circle and an X? Like, didn't draw that. You came so close.
Your art was wrong. I am into this idea of just drawing all of it, including that nasty thing. And then you just grab at the penis part of the art and you tear it away. And then you could say, like, got caught in the subway doors again.
if you were the person who was modeling for this, and after the class you were like, I'm gonna go look at some of the art, and then you looked at all the art and no one drew your dick, you might have a second or two where you're like, why did I have to have my dick out? I mean, if you aren't gonna, it's kind of a tree falls in the forest kind of thing of like,
If a tree falls in the forest and nobody saw the tree stick.
if nobody,
Listen, if you don't want to draw my dick, I don't want you to draw my dick. I'm fine.
If you're modeling and no one draws your dick, you pretty much just had your dick out.
Yeah.
I mean, basically, maybe a nice bikini brief down there to make people feel more
That's
comfortable.
worse, I
It's
feel
worse,
like.
isn't it?
No, here's what you do then. You have the model wears underpants, maybe MeUndies.
And this
tasteful,
is beautiful, by the way.
Yeah, they wear.
This whole process is beautiful. I don't want to stigmatize nude art drawings.
No, nude art is great. They're wearing their underpants, right? And then whoever wants to draw that can. And then they leave, and anyone who
And
doesn't
then the
want to
real
leave-
fun begins.
And then someone else comes in, and they're wearing a bodysuit except for a cutout around their penis. And then anyone who wants to draw the penis can finish the drawing.
Maybe.
Alternatively, we take the art drawn by your coward classmates who are afraid of this beautiful...
Afraid of the human body.
And we just fill in the space by going online on literally any game that involves drawing at all, any sort of universe, literally anything where anybody is allowed to draw anything in an online environment. And we take the ocean of dicks from those and we copy and paste.
What if you maybe sort of adjusted the pose of the life model so the pose was sort of like, huh?
Undeniable.
Like pointing two fingers with the finger guns pointing at their penis. Because then if you draw that and don't draw what they're pointing to, that is bad art.
We're
I
about
think.
5 minutes in, by the way, and that's the first time one of us said the word penis.
Fair enough.
We're children.
I am right now picturing a television show.
Not how I thought that was gonna...
No, maybe a YouTube series of somebody in like a green screen bodysuit except for a cutout around the penis.
Oh, no.
No, I wouldn't.
And
watch
then it's
that.
just the adventures of a penis hanging out in different places.
Yeah.
And listen, I know.
No, you don't.
But I'm
I don't
a child,
think.
and I think it's funny as shit.
All right. But that place would have to be the bathroom or the bedroom, the two places that...
the two places you could shoot something like that.
Maybe come up with, like, draw your own, and then get, like, copies of your drawing in sticker form. And then you can just walk around and, like, add it to everyone's drawing and be like, you're welcome. Collabo.
Yeah, you can borrow my penis that I drew. I worked really hard on it. Maybe you should draw just the penis next time. How about this, everyone?
We have another Yahoo. I feel exhausted by the tone of the episode. This one was also sent in by Level 9000, Drew Davenport. Thank you, Drew. It's from Drew Answers user Jonathan Santana, who asks, is it possible to build toy with fake muscles, skin, veins, bones, organs, etc.? I want to have a toy Smurf with fake muscles, veins, skin, bones, organs, etc. That's the end of it. Sorry, I read that wrong. I want to have a toy Smurf with fake muscles, veins, skin, bones, organs, etc.
I don't.
So, where can I possibly order to get one, and what would be an estimate on how much it would cost? P.S. I want it to be realistic, not fake-looking.
This person wants to get into some Gargamel play, and I appreciate that, and I celebrate them.
What does Gargamel play entail? He asked, terrified.
It's just like, welcome to another Gargamel play video. I'm going to squish some more of those delicious Smurfs with my sexy red boots. And then you just squish them for money on a webcam.
But just Smurfs?
How did we turn this one?
Okay, hold on. To that point, Griffin, if somebody says, I want a toy with muscles, skin, bones, and organs,
that's really
they're
rough.
either going to crush it.
Yeah.
In a movie that they're making at home.
Like autopsy it.
That's worse.
Fuck it or eat it.
You just kind of slid that in there. I noticed you just kind of slid that in there.
No, I stand by it.
I'm so tired of talking about
I should make it clear. I know we're talking about a lot of dirty stuff. If y'all try to get up to those audience links and ask us dirty questions,
disappear.
It's kind of an Act 1, Act 2 thing, okay? So,
oh, shit.
Do you think they want to make a fake crime scene? And maybe they want to play like Smurf Pro, and they want
somebody smurf this guy.
Somebody smurf this fucking dude.
His Smurf and Smurf guts are everywhere. I get a Smurf.
Yahoo Answers user Drake Bijou answered, check in stores.
And that's the best answer.
Please go to your local Toys R Us or KB Toys. Hey, I'm looking for so let me know if you have this. I know holidays are around, inventory limited. I get it. And I should have been more proactive with this. I'm looking for a Smurf with real muscles, veins, skin, bones, organs, etc. Real skin? Yes.
You heard me.
And
the customer is always right.
I could just go on Amazon, but you know what? I support local shops.
Like Toys R Us.
Mom and pop shops.
Mom and pop Smurf body shops. Buy your
God
Smurf.
bless. Can you imagine if you went into a Toys R Us and said that to an employee, like, we don't have it, but I know a guy.
Who can get the Smurf.
He's the grossest person ever.
That's kind of his thing, is
You're
he's
gonna
really
love
gross. But he'll have what you need.
I really should have kept my head on a swivel with this question, because I should have known there's only really one use for a Smurf with real organs.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, everybody.
What's that,
it's probably smudged in their sex or eating. I feel like I've disappointed myself.
Well, that's all right.
Daddy, can I listen to your podcast?
No.
No.
Not this one.
Daddy
No.
wishes he didn't listen to his podcast. I don't see why the next generation should.
Hey everybody, this is Griffin. Thank you so much for listening to our live episode from, like last November that we recorded in Milwaukee. I think at this point we've put up all of the shows from our Midwest tour. We had such a great time, and thank you, Midwestern Territory, for welcoming us with wide open arms. Sorry that we returned the favor by turning in like an inexplicably randy episode. We're putting up a live show because Justin and Sydney just had a baby, and we are very happy and very excited. I'm going to be traveling this weekend to Huntington to go meet her, and we're really excited, and so Justin's taking a little bit of time off, and so we got this live episode for you, and we hope that you enjoy it. And I'm here right now to tell you about our advertisers this week. Our first one is Squarespace. Squarespace is great. We used it to make McElroyShows.com, and I used it to make GriffinMcElroy.com. It's super cool and easy to make a really good-looking website. You can turn your cool idea into a new website using Squarespace. You can sell products and services of all kinds. You can announce an upcoming event or a special project and more. I mean, do whatever you want with the dang website. I don't give a fart. They do that by giving you beautiful customizable templates created by world-class designers. Everything's optimized for mobile right out of the box, and they got a new way to buy domains and choose from over 200 extensions. You got free and secure hosting. You got all kinds of great stuff using Squarespace. So right now, head to squarespace.com for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, use the offer code MyBrother to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. That's squarespace.com. Enter the code MyBrother. I also want to tell you all about Texture. Hey, have you ever walked by a newsstand and seen a stunning magazine cover that makes you want to stop and peek inside, or read a cover headline that makes you need to know more right now? Well, next time you do, remember Texture. With the Texture app, not only do you get a peek, you get the whole damn magazine, plus unlimited access to over 200 additional premium titles like Time, The Atlantic, The New Yorker, and Wired. And right now, you can try Texture for free. Just imagine having your favorite magazine and their back issues anytime, anywhere. To start your Texture free trial, go to texture.com/mybrother, all one word. Obviously, that's how URLs work. And if you choose to continue, podcast listeners will get Texture for just $9.99 a month. That's $9.99 a month. I don't know why I said it long ways like that. Go to texture.com/mybrother to start your free trial today. One more time, that's texture.com/mybrother. Texture.com/mybrother. I also want to tell you all about Casper. We are supported in part by Casper this week. It's a sleep brand that continues to revolutionize its line of products to create an exceptionally comfortable sleep experience one night at a time. They offer affordable prices because Casper cuts out the middleman and sells directly to the consumer. We have a Casper mattress. We all do, actually, that we all sleep on. And, you know, I got one in the guest room that I sleep on, and it's so comfy. I say when I sleep on it only occasionally, and I've talked about my reasons for doing so, and I'm not going to get into it again, but they are gastrointestinal in nature, and I don't think Casper loves it when I bring that up. But it's a very, very comfortable bed, regardless of why you sleep on it. Casper brand mattresses combine multiple supportive memory foams for a quality sleep surface with the right amount of sink and the right amount of bounce. You can be sure of your purchase with Casper's 100-night risk-free Sleep On It trial. You can also get $50 towards selected mattresses by visiting casper.com/mybrother and using the promo code MyBrother at checkout. Terms and conditions, they do apply on that one. Got a few Jumbotrons here. This first one is to tell you all about Megan and RJ's quest to ruin classic literature one book at a time on the podcast Oh No, Lit Class, which is a very good name for a podcast. You can listen to it at ohnolitclass.com or wherever you get your podcasts. Oh No, Lit Class is a comedy literature podcast hosted by two bitter English grads here to tell you all the weird and sexy things you never knew about the books you had to read in school. We're a fun, foul-mouthed, rather they are. We're also pretty fun and foul-mouthed, but they're a fun, foul-mouthed spark notes for your ears, mixing plot summaries, author bios, and trivia with filthy jokes, bad impressions, and worse singing. Learn what book was written as a petty act of spite, how the author of The Scarlet Letter got stuck shoveling poop Huh? And why Dracula absolutely deserves to be kink-shamed. I don't know if I agree with that. I don't own that. But sometimes we just read the things that people write in the letters. Although I do want to know more. Okay, anyway, that's Oh No Lit Class. OhNoLitClass.com or wherever you get your podcasts. I have a message here for Chelsea, and it's from Rob the Best. And Rob wrote that, so keep that in mind as I read this message. Hey, Chelsea, you are such a great friend. It is such a blast playing board games, world building, and spending hours theory crafting Dark Souls lore together. That's absolutely my jam. Previously, you paid the brothers to say that I was the best, and now I am paying them to officially make you the coolest. Seriously, brothers, she is the coolest. Here's to more Gundyr goofs. There's nothing funny about Champion Gundyr. You know, they've been through a lot, and they're a real pain in the ass first boss. Boy, I hope everybody listening to this has played Dark Souls 3. Anyway, congratulations, Chelsea. You are now officially the coolest. Got another message here. This one's for Bill, and it's from Gretchen and Casey, who say, Bill, we're so excited that you're moving to Portland. We're really looking forward to spending more... I don't know why I made that sound sarcastic. We're really looking forward to spending more time with you in old ways. Metal Gear? Metal Gear? And new McElroy show listening parties? Combine those two. Ain't no law against that. May Mansion Land West continue to grow in numbers and radness. Love, Casey and Gretchen. Congratulations. Metal Gear? Metal Gear. Metal Gear. Hey, thanks for listening to the show, and thank you for tweeting about the show, and thank you to John Roderick and the Long Winters for the use of our theme song. It's a departure off the album Putting the Days to Bed. Thanks for the Maximum Fun Network. Well, thanks to them, but thanks for them, God and Jesus. So many great shows on the network. Just go to MaximumFun.org and you're just gonna love what you hear. I'm gonna hop off here now. I think we'll probably have a new episode next. I mean, we'll have an episode next week, but I think Justin will be back and ready to record. So we will be around to knock out a new episode for you, and I hope you'll stay tuned for that one. So I'll talk to you next week, and goodbye. Hey, this is Griffin McElroy.
Hi, this is Rachel McElroy.
And we've got a new podcast on Maximum Fun called Wonderful.
Wonderful.
It's an enthusiast podcast where we talk about things that we're excited about and things that you're excited about.
Things like overalls,
24-hour Sudafed,
the grand prize game,
the fact that wombats use their butts to kill predators,
the soundtrack to the movie Dick Tracy,
the beach potion we call Bud Light Lime.
All these things and more every Wednesday, and we'll also talk about things that you're excited about.
You can find us on MaximumFun.org or iTunes or wherever. I don't know, just search Wonderful. Google it, you'll probably get there.
Travis is exhausted right now, and probably will be for the remainder of the show.
You know how you're like, oh, when I go to a rock show and it takes them forever to come on stage, they're probably like partying. No, I had to use the bathroom, but it was upstairs, and we pressed for the elevator, and it was taking a while, and I thought, I'll just run up 8 stairs.
8 flights of stairs, not 8 huge 1-story high stairs.
And I made it 4 floors.
And we had already called the elevator, so the elevator came down, and we were like, don't worry about it. He's running up the stairs. So they're like, okay, fine. And then he ran back.
And I came slow, thank you so much for that. I hobbled back down the stairs. I was like, what was I thinking? And then we had to call the elevator again.
And when we say call the elevator, there's a literal person who's running.
There's Maya.
And they know our shame.
Yes. Maya's running it.
So we're going to start doing some audio.
Okay. All right.
So we're going to turn things over to.
Oh my gosh. This has never happened.
I want a much. I want too much.
Hey, everybody, welcome to Munch Squad. It's a podcast inside a podcast.
What a delight.
Now, Griffin, why did you IP theft our brother?
I IP thefted our brother because in the 2 hours preceding the show, Justin was unconscious for an hour and a half of it. And I thought I would sort of help you out with a Munch Squad.
There is One pair of footprints tracked through an Arby's is where you carried me.
Here, where you stepped on all the roast beef.
So
that was because there are horny people on the internet, my child.
We can't say the word. All right, banned words for half two of the show. Horny, boner, any variation of pepis, peepus.
Beeper.
Beeper is even off limits. So Taco Bell's done something.
Returning Munch Squad favorite, Taco Bell.
Well, this is they're broadening the horizons of what Munch Squad can be. It's a collabo project with food favorite Forever 21. Press release. Taco Bell and Forever 21 are making wardrobes a whole lot saucier this fall.
Oh, no!
Excellent.
Taco Bell and Forever 21 will come together this October. This is an older one. This October to celebrate personal style and self-expression ahead of the launch of Taco Bell's first fashion collection collaboration. These two like-minded brands, what?
Accurate.
Together,
we both want to sell stuff.
Together at the intersection of culture and innovation.
Welcome to our TED Talk.
Are joining forces to make fall wardrobes a whole lot saucier. While they're at it, they'll help fans keep the heat up and the fun on in more ways than one.
Unless these clothes are lined with hot sauce, there is only the one way that clothes keep you warm.
By capturing the content that personifies, quote, Forever Taco Bell, you literally just described college. The essence of the preview event, fans can actively take part in the ultimate fashion after party. Here's some quotes from Marissa Thalberg, Chief Marketing Officer at Taco Bell Corp., who has almost certainly been on the show before.
Certainly.
We often think of Taco Bell as the fast fashion of food. What?
What could that possibly mean?
You don't even think of Taco Bell as the fast food of food.
We often think of Taco Bell as the fast fashion of food, given how we continuously introduce innovative, limited edition products that everyone can enjoy. So when it came time...
Assuming they don't have IBS.
Yeah. So when it came time for our first ever retail collaboration, we knew our partner had to be the leader in actual fast fashion. Is that something?
That's something.
We've seen our fans get individually creative in expressing their love for Taco Bell through fashion. No, you haven't. You've seen sweatpants and more sweatpants.
That's it.
And we believe this collection with Forever 21 is going to be everything they could expect from us in extending the Taco Bell lifestyle, sad, to fashion, original, affordable, creative, a little quirky, and definitely fun.
So fun.
I kind of jump back a little bit. I love that they say, we often think of Taco Bell as something. Like, okay, you can think about your own thing in whatever way you want. Unless you can say other people think about it, it ain't true.
I have to read this next quote from Linda Chang, Forever 21 Vice President of Merchandising, who says in her first sentence, "We are excited about this partnership with Taco Bell."
This is what you got in the fashion industry, right, Linda?
It's maybe a bit of a one-sided relationship. Forever 21, hell yeah, fast food fashion. That's nothing, but we're here for it.
Yeah, that's fine.
Listen, we're just trying to beat Amazon.
Food, like fashion, is driven by trends and culture, I guess. Merging fashion and food in this collection gives our customers a new way to experience both our brands.
When was the last time food was driven by trends?
The only time that food, Taco Bell, and fashion have combined is when you get meat on your pants from your Taco Bell accidentally.
That said, I am excited to hear there's a way I can experience the Taco Bell brand without ingesting it. That is, I'm excited I have a new that other avenue.
Well, because you want to support them,
I want to
but
support
God,
it,
not
but-
through my mouth.
Yeah, this is the one human body I have. Yeah.
That's it.
I assume that their combination of saucy and clothing is sauce on clothing.
No, it's like clothing that looks like sauce. It's very fun and very Spencer's Gifts. Why not Spencer's Gifts?
That's your look in the deep dark truth of Mayor and Taco Bell. All right, so we want to get to audience questions now.
Yes,
all right,
please.
audience questions. What? I want a munch. I want too much. You know I was gonna take care of you, Milwaukee. Infirmed or no, you will munch.
I'm
we will
so
munch
sorry.
together.
That was.
This comes to us direct from Miami, is the dateline on this particular release. Burger King restaurants uniquely use fire to flame grill the Whopper sandwich. Also known as America's favorite burger register mark. Getting fired might not be fun. But at Burger King restaurants, getting fired like the flame grill Whopper sandwich is always a good thing.
Webster's Dictionary defines fire.
We're going to burn you so bad with our hot grills.
No, we're going someplace with this. This is why Burger King restaurants will give a free Whopper sandwich to anyone who's been fired. But there's a hook. You must publicly confess to getting canned on LinkedIn. That's right.
What?
Own your fire. It says that.
Own your fire?
Own your fire, peasant.
Do you want a free burger?
Enjoy your free burger.
Ruin your career.
Unemployed person.
For 1.99 hamburger.
So here's what you do with your life. The one that you have. You remember you have the one life, right? With your life, you go to LinkedIn and post the following public message admitting you got fired.
No, there's specific wording.
Quote. Imagine seeing this out of context. Like, okay, 3 years in PR at Triple Point, and then right below that it says, I got fired. I want a free Whopper. Hashtag Whopper severance.
Wow.
Those
I can't believe the founder of Google is applying for a job here. Seems overqualified. Let's check that link. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Before Google, they begged for a burger.
If you post that, you're going to receive a personalized link to get registered and receive a Whopper severance package in the mail, which comes with a... So here's the fucking thing, gang. You lose your job, and you got some time on your hands, and what you're going to do is post about getting fired on LinkedIn because you want a free hamburger, and then Burger King sends you a link to register for a thing where eventually they'll mail you a card for a free hamburger that you will get in the mail and be like, what the fuck is this?
I've been gainfully employed for 3 years.
Smash cut. Door opens slowly onto suburban home.
It has been said.
Hold on. Let Travis finish his smash cut.
Okay. Smash cut.
Honey, how was work? Well, I've got bad news and I've got good news. Bad news is I got fired.
We've lost everything.
We've lost our benefits, and you know how we just bought the house? But good news, I've got dinner covered in 6 months.
For one of us.
For me. Not our 3 triplets.
It has been said...
It's a very sad story.
It has been said that when one door closes, another one opens.
This promotion is here by the providence of God.
That's my favorite end of It's a Wonderful Life.
Yeah.
You've lost everything, George, but I brought you this coupon.
In this case, it's a door to a delicious flame-grilled Whopper sandwich. That's cool. All right,
It's
so anyway.
a tiny door. It's a little door to a Whopper sandwich.
So anyway, that's the thing.
Travis, do you have a munch squad?
Well, I wrote a sad lib.
No, he didn't. He didn't.
I did not, because even I don't enjoy them anymore.
Okay. So
Justin, I want to put out a formal apology. I'm sorry I stepped to the throne. I should have known.
No, it's all good. All right, let's get lower lights on us and all the lights on them.
All of the lights that you have.
Oh, my God.
Whoa! So we're going to ask your name and your question, and then we're going to ask your name and your question, and whichever one we think we can decide we can do the most help on, we'll dig a little bit deeper into that one. It doesn't mean you lost if you don't get picked.
It actually, in many ways, means you won.
Yeah.
You get to sit down, which is always a win.
What is your name?
Anna.
Hi, Anna. What is your question?
So when I first started dating my partner, he did this goof, and I didn't listen to your podcast, and I was really confused why he knew so much about farm life.
Okay.
And then during a recent Bros Better Best episode, I realized that Farm Wisdom wasn't an original goof of his, which he is here, but he does want me to say that he never actually claimed it was his own goof. He was just really cute, and I didn't want to ruin what we had going on.
Yeah.
And we're married now, and I want to know what we should name our dog.
Okay. All right. And your name and question?
My name is Lane. I'm not sure I can top that, but
just talk about some shit for a while and then twist it at the very end.
Lane, just speak from the heart. It's not a competition, Lane.
Okay. I work in a tea shop, and we have free samples, a lot of free samples, right at the front. And I'm not always right there to hand them out to people. So when people come up and try it, I, try and casually walk towards them and tell them about what we have there, and they run.
Okay.
They just one out of every 100 will stay, but most of them just bolts. Just try and buy.
Yeah. So they just came in to score some free tea, and then.
How do I get people to stick around for your
Now listen,
tea lessons?
I think yours was very funny. One word answer, name it Goat. A dog named Goat is a very good name.
It's a good name for a dog. I hope that helps.
Wait, is it a good name for a dog?
It's a great name for a dog.
Goat is a fucking kick-ass name for a dog. This is my dog, Goat.
And then when people ask you why, you say it stands for greatest of all time.
Can you?
It's a very good dog.
Wait. Go back to the mic. I'm not done. Can you name it something like? And I apologize, but bear with me. Like Dookie Butt. and your house is gonna have to burn down a little bit.
I live in an apartment.
That's less great, but dog saves you. Newspaper has to write it up, and that's awesome.
Thank you.
It's going to be in the headline.
Okay, so when you go to the people, do you sneak up behind them like a tea vampire and whisper in their ear, do you like what you're tasting?
Like Vlad the Infuser.
Don't. You only encourage him.
It was a good one.
You detecting some nice tannins? That one's got a real good tannin.
What are you buying?
What are you brewing? Got a lot of good teas on sale, stranger.
When you walk towards them, are you carrying 8 cups of tea? Slush, come here.
Oh, no, wait. This is a good question. Are you walking towards them, or are you running towards them?
Usually walking.
Are you ever holding 2 knives?
To be fair, I think one knife would do it.
One knife would do it.
All right, I'm thinking about if I walk into this store, and tea is one of those things where you want to feel like you get it, but unless you are a student of it, you probably also understand that you have no fucking idea what you're talking. I enjoy tea. I don't know fucking anything about tea. So if I see somebody coming over to me and be like, let me explain to you about tea, I will be like, I can't, I gotta go. But if you walk over and you say, ooh, I see you've chosen the best tea in the store. all of a sudden I'm like, hey, I am a tea genius.
Oh, can I take it one step further?
Yeah?
You have to wait outside. You can't come from the back. You have to come in from the outside, and then like you are also a customer, be so impressed at this other customer in the wild, because nothing would make me feel better than someone who has no ulterior motive telling me I picked a good tea.
The problem is that you're sneaking up from behind them. So what I'm going to need you to do is to hide behind the counter. And then as they're getting the tea, I want you to just slowly sort of edge up.
You've always been having tea, Mr. Torrance.
Did that help?
Yes, actually.
Oh,
Great.
fantastic.
I'm realizing right now that maybe our second person didn't make it down.
Hey, what's up? What's your name?
Red.
Red. Hi, Red. What is your question, Red? Hates linguine or loves it?
My partner in crime is obsessed with the movie Ratatouille.
Okay.
Hell yes!
And will not stop talking about the movie Ratatouille, and I'm starting to believe that she likes Ratatouille more than me. How can I get her attention back from the dirty rat people?
That is the most buck wild thing to be jealous of, I feel like. All right.
And your question. You are your name and question.
I'm Adrian.
Hi, Adrian.
And this has been something that's been plaguing me for about 2 years now. About 2 years ago, I realized on my iPhone there was a downloaded version of Who Let the Dogs Out, but it was a karaoke version.
Okay.
I didn't download it, and the only other person who shares my iTunes account, my mom, also has no idea how the hell it got there.
She says.
Yeah.
She doesn't know the password still, so I know it wasn't.
Okay.
And caveat, I can't get it off my iPhone.
Wait.
I've now transferred it to 2 different iPhones throughout the 2 years, and it won't go away. So
Delete it.
I've
No.
deleted it. It won't.
It's the mask. All right.
Okay, wait,
All
real
right.
quick, because I don't know which one we're going to do, but I do want to say this. Have you taken it to like a Genius bar and like...
No, stop.
can't.
You've killed it. I think...
I do have the audio evidence if you need to hear it as well.
Oh, yeah. I mean, obviously, I feel like Ratatouille's not going to hurt you.
You need to get on board with Ratatouille. Share the love with...
Share the love.
with
It's a
your partner.
wonderful cartoon mouse, and all it wants to do is cook in a kitchen and,
And the
make
music
the kitchen.
is amazing.
Music's amazing, and it's a beautiful film about the triumph of the rat spirit.
The voice acting, the animation.
It's a wonderful film.
Everything's great about
You
it.
have nothing to be afraid of. Unless... No, there's no unless. You're super good, I promise.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Red.
All right, here it is.
Yes, please. Bump that shit full volume. That just sounds like the song. It's...
Just wait.
Everyone be quiet.
Does it get...
Be quiet! Mario's jumping.
No, we're just listening to Who Let the Dogs Out.
It sounds like that. It's actually us. It's actually me and Travis doing it.
And someone shouted, "Who let the dogs out? Who?
Okay.
Who let the dogs out? Who?
Okay.
Okay.
It's a fucking fun tune, though.
Listen,
All right,
listen,
hold on.
can I? No, I'm sorry, Griffin. I'm sorry. We can all shit on Who Let the Dogs Out, but we all love it.
You have got on your phone basically a party starter.
Yeah.
Right.
Any
Right now-
awkward situation that you're in, if you just slowly start turning up the volume, and then people are like, "Is that the fucking Baha Man?"
I have to ask a question. If you don't want to answer, it's fine. But do you like to party? Do you like to party?
Hard.
Okay. Then you said that the 2 people who have access to your iTunes account is your mom and you, Adrian. When there's a third person that has access to it, and it might be drunk Adrian, because
Yeah,
I have
Adrian not only downloaded it, she flipped a special switch that only she knows about. Can never delete. Do not let sober Adrian delete. Permanent passcode.
I mean, you know the culprit now, but it's beyond. She's a way better hacker. There's just nothing you can do about it. Does that help?
Yeah.
Great. Fantastic. Thank you very much.
Okay, one last question.
No, we've already got you picked. Yes, you've got it.
Hello, my name is Morgan.
Hi, Morgan. What is your question, Morgan?
So, back in June, my sister went on her honeymoon with her now husband to Las Vegas. She comes back and she hands me a keychain with my name on it and a picture frame from Las Vegas of like all the cool shit and a picture of her and her husband. And I told her like, oh man, thanks, this is great, but I kind of feel bad because I'm actually lying to her, so how can I lie? How can I lay her down easy that this was actually the worst gift I've ever
Okay.
Okay.
That's savage, Morgan. What we got?
Morgan, it sounds like you maybe don't even want advice. You just wanted the most public way to drag your sister.
I'm sorry, we've been missing
She
Jorgen.
has no idea what this is, so she'll never hear of it.
Great! Now you've dragged
We're
us.
getting more and more popular by the day.
Okay, thank you. And what is your name?
My name is Eli.
Hi, Eli. What is your question?
So I'm transgender. I identify as a trans man. And I've only been using the men's... Thank you.
All right.
And I've only been using the men's room for about 3 years. And the only thing I know about using the men's room is that we're supposed to make, like, super aggressive, no eye contact.
Yeah.
I like the way you phrase it. It's like, just like straight.
And so I'm just
Travis,
wondering-
no!
I'm just wondering if there's anything else that I don't know I'm supposed to be doing in the men's room.
Morgan, thank you so much.
Morgan, I think just only buy your sister airport gifts because I think that's the level you all are on
Also,
right now.
Put it away until your sister and her husband come over.
Just like all.
That's how adults do it.
How do you display a keychain? Okay.
Good point.
Does that... Thank you, Morgan. Thank you. Eli.
Some things you need to do in the bathroom. Run water and make it sound like you're washing your hands.
Jesus.
One thing I like to do is not wash my hands, and then as I'm leaving, say, I never touched it.
He literally did this.
Because
He did this today at dinner. He said, I didn't touch it, and left.
I didn't touch it. Why
It
should I
was
wash my
really
hands? I didn't
cool.
touch it.
This works a lot. Wash your hands, look up in the mirror, and just go. And then walk out the door.
Yeah.
That will always play because even if you're a complete stranger to the person next to you, they'll just think, yeah.
One of the big good ones that they never tell you about in any of the books is you should try to start unbuttoning your pants as you walk through the door. So that way you're good and ready.
Did we help?
Does that help?
Definitely.
Yes.
Thank you, Eli.
All right. That is going to do it for us, folks. Thank you to, we're going to wrap up there.
Thank you to the Riverside for having us as theater rules.
Yes.
Honest to God, we've been in a lot of theater, and they're all really, really great.
This one has
Above and
this one
beyond.
has a free Golden Tee golf machine upstairs, which we are fucking terrible at.
Thank you to America's favorite Paul Sabourin for
running for being our dad came up. Thank you to our dad, Clint McElroy, for but Paul is kind of the dad of
He's our tour daddy.
He's our tour daddy, kind of. You guys get on the train okay? We did. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Paul.
If you liked when Paul came out and like set down iPads and stuff, go check out Paul and Storm. It is his musical group.
It's fucking fantastic.
And they will be on the JoCo cruise along with me and my wife Teresa and my dad and John
100 other
Hodgman
people.
and Jean Grey, a lot of amazing people. You can find out more details about that, Joco Cruise, JOCOcruise.com. Also want to say the posters, if you haven't got one, get one of those. They're done by Steven Sugar.
They're fantastic.
And they're beautiful.
And thank you to John Roderick and the Long Winters for the use of our theme song, It's a Departure off the album Putting the Days to Bed.
And also, thank you, Milwaukee.
Thank you, Milwaukee. This was fucking great.
No shit.
You're the best.
Y'all have been an amazing audience.
You saved us. You saved our
Thank
lives.
you to Amtrak.
Thank you to Amtrak.
Thank you to Will,
Thank you,
the guy in the
Will.
cafe on the train.
Ice. Cold.
Beer.
Here's a final Yahoo. Final Yahoo that was sent in by the delivery man, Seth Carlson. Thank you, Seth.
Oh, sorry, real quick.
Oh,
We're not going to be able to hang out after the show.
Yes,
we have early fucking flights.
Because Justin has a fever, Griffin fell over, and I arm wrestled too much.
Also, I fly back to Austin at like 6 a.m. tomorrow. Yeah, it sucks.
It
Okay,
hurts.
anyway.
So,
Delivery man Seth
we
Carlson.
love you all very much.
We do love you so much.
Please just let him read the fucking
But
thing.
please let me read the fucking thing.
One last thing.
No.
Thank you, Seth. It's Yahoo Answers user Stupid.
That is it.
Asks. No, it's called Stupid. Asks. Does the word badass mean not good butt?
My name is Justin McElroy.
Hi, Travis McElroy.
I'm Griffin McElroy.
This has been my brother, and me. Kiss your dad square on the lips.
The McElroy brothers are not experts, and their advice should never be followed. Travis insists he's a sexpert, but if there's a degree on his wall, I haven't seen it. Also, this show isn't for kids, which I mention only so the babies out there will know how cool they are for listening. What's up, you cool baby?
It's familiar, but not too familiar, but not too not familiar. It's a new craze. Hey, good girls, do you wanna just say, hey, I wanna? Just say, hey, I wanna.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to my brother, me, advice show from the modern era. I'm your oldest brother, Justin McElroy.
I'm your Miller's brother, Travis McElroy.
Oh, God.
And I-
this is so loud.
And should I not?
Just bring it down.
I don't have to do mine. Like, people know who I am and the heat that I bring, but I am
Just do it. Just like bring it down.
I'm a sweet baby Griffin.
I want to talk about. I had a kid.
What?
I want to talk about that. I want to talk about that for a second.
Well, but see, I also had an important life event happen. I went on a cruise, and now I want to talk about that.
Well, that's funny because I had one I wanted to talk about. I started going to basketball camp. I don't have anything. I started going to basketball camp. I didn't though, but that's a lie. But I just wanted to have one. I think I could be the impartial sort of third party here, trying to decide of what's going to be the better intro. Justin having another beautiful, beautiful child, or Travis having a second child, so to speak. That is the
sea.
boat, or the sea.
His love of the ocean.
Yeah.
Is his second child.
And let me think about this. Let me consider possibilities. Jokes for Justin's. Very sleepy. We probably got a lot of doo-doo humor. Although I will say we could probably get some doo-doo humor out of the boat one, too.
This kid is just shitting all the time. Listen, guys.
Now, to be fair, after my time on the boat, I was also shitting all
Yeah,
the time.
and Justin, I'm going to have to stop you because I haven't made a call yet. I got to weigh that if we're talking doo-doo humor versus doo-doo humor, it sounds like I got to figure out which one's going to be the richest vein, and I'm leaning towards boat. I'm leaning towards boat over child.
What I love about that is that I don't have to talk.
Yes.
The onus is removed from me to have a great bit.
Yeah.
About fatherhood, which honestly, here's one that dads won't say. Honey, if you're listening to this in the future, Cooper, daddy's going to brag on you a little bit and you're probably going to be embarrassed. So skip ahead a few minutes. Are you done listening? Okay, good. What have I done?
Yeah.
I made such a massive error in judgment. I already
two.
had a child.
Yeah.
So I had that life experience.
Yeah.
I don't know why I thought what was I trying to prove?
You
I don't know
ticked
who I
that
was trying
box,
to prove.
Justin. Why did you go back?
Yeah, the box was done ticked. I guess I wanted one in reserve. You know, a burner kid just in case.
Jesus.
I don't know why I thought I could do this again. I'm an old man.
You know, that's so funny you mentioned that, Justin. I felt the same way whenever I'd go back to the buffet and get a second plate of food. And it's like, what am I even doing?
Oh, on the boat? Were we back on the boat?
Why did I go back for it? I've already eaten enough food, you know, and then you're finished like, oh, why did I do that?
I love the boat humor. At basketball camp, Dr. Jeremy Dunks, who's the camp counselor, taught us all jumping. I think it's boats. I think it might be boats.
Boats. Yes.
So, Captain Travis,
it's actually Commodore.
Commodore Travis, how were the high seas?
It's actually Commodore Ronjamin J. Merriweather, gentleman privateer.
That's nothing. I'm just going to call you Captain Trav.
The J stands for Joshernath.
How was the waves and the whales and all the fish and
the ship was a rocking and a rolling.
Yeah.
Can I sleep? Like for this part, I did have a long con kind of cook up where I was going to tell my wife like, oh, we got a long sesh today, recording for 2 hours, trying to get one in the can and then take a nap on the floor of my office. That was kind of one scam I was sort of thinking about running.
Well, Justin, I'm going to give you a ticket and it's for 90 seconds of sleepy time. And something tells me you're going to use each and every one of them. So you go ahead and do that, and Travis is going to tell me all of his fun boat adventures.
Can he guarantee before you give him that permission slip that something funny did happen on the boat?
Several funny things happened. Thank you for asking.
Okay, now is this just going to be you bragging about how you met all the hot stars?
Yes.
Well, then I'm not interested in that anymore.
It'll be interesting, though, also. But
you're just going to drop a bunch of names, and now I'm wondering if maybe me and Justin should overrule you and go to basketball camp.
Well, let me try this one on for size, and this will give you kind of a taste of my
Do I still get the nap with basketball camp?
Justin. Yes,
the nap?
absolutely. Okay. The first day, I was having a conversation with Will Wheaton.
Okay, and you were fucking 4 seconds in. No. Well, you made me a promise.
On the first day, I was having a conversation with someone.
But I know who it is. You already said.
Someone from Star Trek.
Someone from Star Trek and Big Bang Theory and Tabletop on YouTube and Geek and Sundry. And we're just casually having and this person just casually gestures towards the water and goes, there's a whale. And it was very bizarre and not a moment you expect to ever have in your life, just randomly having a conversation. And then, like, there's a whale. And swimming with the whale with some dolphins. And it was fucking magical.
And this person turned to this whale and did the Spock hand and said, live long and prosper. But I can't say who it is. Can't say who it is. Cannot say who it was. That's funny. When I was at basketball camp, my bunkmate was Worf. So it sounds like we all had our own little sort of great experiences there.
Had our own fun.
There was also a day where we walked into one of the lounge areas and the crew, having a bit of fun, had made a bunch of towel animals in the area, but it was all the monkeys that hang from coat hangers. And I don't think it was a lovely gesture. I love that they did it. I'm not complaining about that. But I don't know if they were trying to be unsettling, but it definitely was.
Yeah.
If Travis was worried that his cruise chat would be alienating to many of our listeners, I'm glad that he has graduated to complaining about the available towel animals.
Anyways, the Joko Cruise was great, and Joko Cruise 2019 is already available for booking. So get on that. They Might Be Giants is going to be there, and I'm not even being paid to plug, and it's not even guaranteed that I'll be on it again next year. I'm just a big fan of it, and it was really great, and you should go.
Based on the story you're telling of how you yelled at a bunch of whales with someone.
We didn't yell at the whales. We gestured towards them.
I think I know how Bill Beaton operates, and you two were definitely just yelling obscenities at the whales. Justin, what about the birth? Was Worf there? Yes, carve the flesh. Retrieve the new child.
Fight me.
Fight your way out of the woman child.
Get the baby a battle.
Should we
carve his way out?
Let's do questions.
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah. I got a question. What did I do?
Yeah. Should we mention the fact that Justin is operating on no hours of sleep, and that is why we are getting this sort of fatalistic version?
The last one slept.
Yeah.
For sure.
But now that
This
last one,
one-
Justin is old enough to be like, hey, what's up, everybody? I don't want to sleep anymore. And
Here's
you
what
also
this-
have a new one that doesn't want to sleep.
Nah, the new one is, the old one's like very chill and sleeping through the night in her own bed. It's amazing. She's a gift and a treasure, and I didn't appreciate her enough. This new one just shits, and then it yells about it. And when my last baby Charlie cried, it was so pitiful. It was like, oh man, I got to do something. When Cooper cries, it sounds like she's praying to an elder god for the strength to kill us. Just like, please give me the strength to smite these idiots.
Yeah.
So I can
Hell yeah,
suck
second
the shit in.
Sounds like maybe she's succeeding.
Yes, well, slowly, not that slowly, but
Can we start with the third question here? Because I can't wait to get to it.
Yeah.
No, that's why I put it as third. Because here's the thing. Can I pull back the curtain a little bit here on episode 395? On every week, I pick out 6 questions, knowing we only ever get to 3. I don't know why I continue to do 6, but I guarantee if I just dropped 3 on you two, you'd be like, wait, what? Where's the other? And so, like, my third question is, oh, that's the club banger that's like,
I know, but we need to get Justin hyphy, and I feel like this question's going to be the one that does it.
I'm a consummate professional. When we start recording, I'm going to be on. There's no more complaining
Justin,
about. No?
We've been recording for the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, for a while.
Well, then, here it comes. Pull up your baseball gloves because I got a hot pitch coming in.
Perfect.
My husband's name is Tim Allen. Yes, like the actor. Most of the time when we place a pickup order of some kind, we use his name. However, almost every time we go to the store to pick up the item, the cashier jokingly says, oh, like the tool man, right? Do you guys get that all the time? Do they do that in 2018? Oh, fuck my life. To which end up responding kindly, yes, we do. Is there a better way to respond to these cashiers who always think they're the first one to make the joke about Tim Allen? How do I tell them to stuff it? I've already heard that one without being overly rude. That's from Over It in Ohio.
I think the best way is just to say, like, wait, who? And make them explain it.
Make them explain who Tim Allen is.
Make them do a bullet point by bullet point plot recap of the entirety of Home Improvement.
What? Wait, what? His neighbor's behind a fence, and then different objects. You know, what is this show?
Why don't you see his face? I don't understand.
What's going on? And then the thing he was building just like explodes, and he dies. I assume. No, he doesn't die. But they keep letting him make things. What? What are you talking about?
Tell me more about the Clown Man, Al Borland. I want to dial into the Clown Man.
And in the future, when you see them again, ask them for updates. Ask how things are going.
Tell me about the new Home Improvement.
Tell me about the new Home Improvement that there is. And then when there is no more new Home Improvement, make them create new Home Improvement.
There
for
it
you.
is.
What do you think they did after the finale? And then just keep going from there.
Speculative fan fiction and also my chilies to go. Thank you. I need both.
And maybe your parents should have thought about this before they fucking tried to steal Tim Allen's identity.
Thank you, Griffin.
Just saying. Anytime a parent names a child the same thing as another person in the world, it is identity theft. And we gotta nobody's talking about this in the media. The mainstream media. The lamestream media.
Okay, so Home Improvement started in 1991, right? It's 2018. So it's very possible. I mean, the question answer doesn't say how old the husband is, but it could be if the husband is what, 20? No, I'm not doing math correctly. How old would this person be? Yeah, 27,
70,
right?
69.
69, nice. But if they're 27 or younger, then it's very possible, yes, like the Tool Man is the correct answer to that question.
I was named for the Tool Man.
Yes, I was named for the Tool Man.
I was named in honor of the Tool Man, my godfather. Could you say that, yes, that's me, Tim Allen from television? It's been a weird few years, but I am Tim Allen now.
It's me, Tim Allen from Michigan.
I have been passed on the mantle. I killed the last Tim Allen, and now I am Tim Allen. And I look like him. No matter what I do, I wake up every morning looking exactly like him, Tim Allen.
Why does Buzz sound so different in Toy Story 4? Oh, you didn't hear. The Tim Allen was murdered.
There's a new Tim Allen
now there is a new Tool Man. His name is Tim Allen. He also hates the Al Borland clown.
Well, of course, we're on the 4th Al Borland. It's worth noting.
Should we mention that Tim Allen sucks? We haven't really talked about that yet. Well, I feel like we make jokes about people who are stinkers, and then people are like, hey, did you know that this person's a stinker? And the answer to that is yes.
That's why we're punching up at Tim Allen.
Yeah, so we can make jokes about him as long as we include a disclaimer that he sucks shit.
You always go super hard. Travis, correct me if I'm wrong, but do you feel like, I'm not saying that Tim Allen sucks or doesn't suck. He does. But don't you feel like Griffin goes kind of like an incommensurate level of hard at Tim Allen whenever Tim Allen comes up? It feels very personal.
No, I get that because I think Tim Allen was as we all know, a huge hero of Griffin's for a long time. And then when it was revealed that Tim Allen sucked, I think it really hit Griffin in a pretty hard way. I think for Griffin, it is very personal.
I mean, you knew me. I was going down the street. I was going to Blockbuster, and I would say, "Let me rent, Joe versus the Volcano. Let me get my. Yeah, he was in that one, wasn't he? Or was that Tom Hanks?
That was Tom Hanks.
Hanks.
For now,
currently rules.
I was talking about Jungle to Jungle, the Santa Claus 1, 2, 3, all of them. And I had my t-shirt that says, Tim Allen does
Tim Allen's good.
Tim Allen is good. And then he comes out and he, calls me Snowflake and said that I personally got his bad show canceled, and I don't know how to respond to that except to go on my podcast and say Tim Allen is not good, and in fact he might suck shit. So what if I couch it like that? He
might suck shit.
I'll say this: Tim Allen is not good. He may suck shit.
He's in a quantum state where at any given moment he could be sucking shit or he could not be sucking shit, and until we observe him, we will not know.
What I love about that is not a very PC thing to say, and so I think the man himself, the Tool Man, the former Tool Man, would appreciate it. So,
did you know that the name of the Home Improvement theme is Iron John's Rock and not just the theme for Home Improvement?
Fuck, Trav, that's pure Michigan.
Why did they name the theme? And for the life of me, I've been sitting here Googling furiously. I can't find out if it was called Iron John's Rock and then they used it for Home Improvement, or if someone wrote the theme song to Home Improvement and said, I'm also going to give it a title.
Yeah,
well, I've just written my 30-second long magnum opus. It's a shame no one's ever going to hear it. Who listens to 30-second songs anyway?
I have a Yahoo here, and this one sent me down a real deep oubliette. And so I wanted to invite you guys down in the oubliette with me. It was sent in by Adrian Cowles, and it's Yahoo Answers user Johnny who asked, in a real life situation, can firefighter really pee on a small fire to get it out? And then, 'cause game shows you can't believe.
Wait.
I saw this and I was like, what the fuck is this person talking about? This is nonsense. And then I kept going down the submissions, and I found one that was sent in by the delivery man, Seth Carlson. It's from Yahoo Answers user Johnny, who asks again, Family Feud question, name something a firefighter do to put out small fire. That was question. The answer was pee. How is that possible? So it seems like on the Feud, there was a thing, a category about things firefighters do to put out fires. And that's probably, Steve probably got to, what can a firefighter do to, and then one of the, goblins that goes on that show just screams like, piss, Steve, like waiting for, piss, Steve, piss.
Steve, they can piss on it.
I want to say piss on TV, Steve.
Piss.
And then he points to the board, and it probably said something like wee wee water.
They could fart on it real hard, Steve.
You fart
no,
on...
I'm sorry. That would actually make the fire bigger.
Has sex with it. The fire? What is wrong with everyone on this show?
Making whoopee.
They can make whoopee with the fire, Steve. Let's see. 56%.
So it pops up on the board, and it says like asparagus.
Pops up on the board.
And it says like asparagus juice. Human
asparagus juice.
And then it shows up there and it's the right answer. And I'm wondering if that's based... I never saw Backdraft. I never saw Fireproof, the Kirk Cameron sort of religious vehicle. And I'm wondering if there's a scene in either... How did this sort of get injected into the public eye, the public consciousness? That if there was a very small fire, when you're a firefighter, you don't just...
How small?
I mean,
like
if you're
a match, yeah,
yeah. I mean, if you're a firefighter and you see a small fire, I think you know that can turn into a big fire, and that can be a big, dangerous situation. And so you see a small one. You go out to a fancy restaurant, and there's a bunch of lit candles all over the place, and you're like, "Oh God, not again." Wee wee water? Does it happen then? Probably
well, here's
not.
The thing. You're looking at two different questions, really, Griffin, because. Can it, right? So there has to be a window of size of fire where it's too big to stamp out, but small enough that you think a bladder full could accomplish the task. And I do think you could find that window. But I think the other side of the question is there a flap of sorts? Is there some kind of mechanism in the fire person's suit that would even allow for such a thing?
Yeah, that's a great question, Trav. Thank you. Thank you, Travis.
I hadn't even considered that part of it. But the answer is yes. There's a little fireproof flap, kind of like how old-timey kids had it on the back of their pajamas. Hey, was that for shitting? Like
yes.
Yeah, it was for shitting.
What else would that be for, Griffin?
Like cute.
Tattooing?
No, like cute. Like, my Heiner, they would say in old-timey terms. Mm-hmm. So... Is it possible that this is not the most efficient way? I mean, I can't envision a situation where it's like, oh no, my extinguisher tank is empty, the hose got all tangled up, and there's still a small fire remaining. Oh, I know how to do water with my body. I'll cry on it. And then somebody's like, no, there's a better way.
I think that there's a third question here. If do you think that this is a like leave your badge and like fire axe on my desk? You're a loose cannon. We can't have you on the force
because of your loose cannon.
So get out of here. But then like later in the day, they're in a fire and all of their extinguishers are empty, and they're like, if only they were here, and that person then just pees all over everything and saves the day.
If only that pervert was still here.
Here's the thing. Maybe the firefighters want to piss on the fire because they probably hate this hot stuff so much. They hate this hot air, which is all fire is. It's air that got too hot and burned it up. And they hate it so much that I think they probably do try as much as they can to put out the fire, except for one last bit. Especially the brave firefighters who go out into like the wildfire situations. And they finally contain it, and it takes like 2 weeks, and it's a costly, like horrible thing. I think at that point, if I was a firefighter and I found the last little bit of fire from this big wildfire, I'd be like, all right, motherfucker, time to put you down. And then I'm not making jokes. It's a horrible thing, but like, I think I would be very, very angry at the fire, and I think I'd want to put it out.
What if it was so hot though, Griffin, like it boiled the pee back up? So it's like the fire's fighting
Travis.
back. No, that.
So you think it's more of a finishing move?
Would it make it better if you took this small little bit of fire that was left and you put it in the toilet and then
you peed on it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would be better. I think that there should be a rule in the fireperson code of conduct that's just like, you can do this if you also need to pee. Like, don't do it just 'cause. Don't do it just to showboat.
How would you do it if you didn't need to pee?
Well, it's
just stand there and pound a bottle of water. Like, hold on.
Listen, we're getting into the honor system at this point. Yes, But I think like
this is taboo, but you just squeeze it real hard. This is taboo. This is podcast taboo. They won't talk about this on, WTF or Comedy Bang Bang, but you just squeeze it real hard.
Well, maybe it's like they make all the firefighters go to the bathroom before they the alarm starts, and they're like, okay, everybody go to the bathroom now, because once we get there, there's not going to be a bathroom.
Oh God, Travis, you just gave me a wave of anxiety. My whole life is based around like knowing that I'll be able to go to a place and not have to worry about the bathroom there and like timing it out. If I had a job that was like a bell rung and I had 45 seconds to put on essentially plate mail armor and then rush to the place I was going to, I didn't have a chance to do my thing, oh my God, no. This is not the job for me for so many reasons.
I bet that happened with, you mentioned plate mail. I bet there's a lot, like about half the time after your squire got you all dressed up as a knight, I bet you were like, oh
man.
Especially while you're jousting. You get hit while you're jousting, you're like, oh man.
There goes.
I'm sorry, Tamerlane. Unstrap me.
How about another question? Because we've talked about piss. We can't do piss again for about.
We talked about poop
more.
at the beginning too. So.
Oh man, can we do the Tim Allen one again?
Huh?
Oh wait, did you just sample Iron John's Rock?
Yeah, no, I owe him $1,000. Sorry, Iron John. I owe you a bunch of money now.
The person who wrote the song isn't named John. I also want to make that very clear.
Well, then what's the point?
I have no fucking clue.
Why did they call it that? Why didn't they call it the Tim the Toolman's tune?
The Ballad of Tim the Tools.
Tooling Around. Tooling Around would be a great name for a music.
You think it would be a great name for a song? I work in a small office of about 10 people. And my boss is always walking around, commenting on everyone's lunches. Like, wow, what's that? PB&J? Nice. Classic. Let me get a closer look at that. Nice. He will swing by your desk if you get Subway and ask you about every ingredient. Like,
oh my God.
Did you get onions on that thing? Wow, nice. I appreciate how positive he is about it,
Yeah.
though. I know this sounds like a minor inconvenience, but it's so awkward and embarrassing and weird. And it's a harsh encroachment of my only 20 minutes I get to myself. Any advice is appreciated, cool brothers. That's from Just Trying to Eat in Manhattan.
This is horrible.
That's rough.
This is so hard to answer because I also, on some level, really kind of sympathize with the boss. Because it's like, clearly this boss is not great at small talk. When your small talk includes, did you get onions on that? Nice. Like, you're bunting right there. That's small talk bunting. And I get that. I do that.
He didn't have anything to add about onions. He didn't have any great observations about onions.
Yeah.
You're going to need to start bringing in a little pup tent to work that you crack open. And then that's your little Christopher Robin hidey hole. And nobody's allowed to go in there when you're eating your lunch. Don't come in the lunch tent. You're not allowed in the lunch tent. This is where I do lunch. If that's too big a burden, maybe just cover yourself up with a big blanket while you eat. Mm-hmm. Or go hide in the bathroom and have a sandwich on the toilet or something, because this fills me with so much dread. Like, this is such a precious time in my life, and the last thing I need is spectators for the Onion show. It's so bad.
Yeah, it's also a lot of pressure to then have to explain the ingredients you got on your Subway sandwich, a thing that you hope never gets out. Like, please don't ask me, because I don't have a good answer for why I said yes tomatoes. I just wanted them.
Yeah, sometimes I'll get green peppers and sometimes I won't.
Yeah.
And I don't want to have to delve deep into why.
It's just I think you're not going to get out of the situation unless you hide. And if you don't want to hide during your lunchtime, because it's our God-given right according to the Constitution and the Declaration of Independence, then I think you got to limit the number of ingredients in the lunch that you eat. And maybe you just eat one very big apple for lunch every day. And then they will come by still and be like, oh, big apple, huh? That's New York.
Nice.
Bye. Nice. Bye. And then it's like 4 seconds and then they're back out of your life.
Can I offer a slightly more aggressive option?
Sure.
A big clock on your desk, timer that you set to however long your lunchtime is. And when your boss comes over to start talking to you, you stop it, turn and talk to them, engage with them in their talk, and then turn back and start it again.
Me talking to you about my precious onions is work.
That's work time.
That's work time. Are you done?
Because I'm on onion time now.
I will get back to onion time, but this is work time if we're talking. You're my boss. You're not my friend, Charles.
And make the clock say that.
You're my boss, not my friend, Charles. I will talk to you about my onions, but it's time theft. And you're the thief. Goodbye, Charles, and click.
I think that if your boss is talking to you, you legally it cannot be counted as your lunch break.
Yes.
Because, like, what else are you breaking from other than the people you work with?
Right. Even if your boss was in real life your best friend, not
Still.
now.
Not now. It's onion time. I think he says, "Did you get onions on that? Nice." And you say, "No, I didn't." Even though there's onions clearly hanging out the side of it, because you got so many onions. You got so many fucking onions on your sandwich, it can't even contain all the onions. Maybe you just get 2 pieces of bread and like 80 onions in it. And they're like, "Oh, onions,
Like
huh?"
whole onions.
Whole onions. They say, "Oh, a bunch of whole onions, huh?" Just like Shrek. And you say, "No, I didn't." Get the fuck out of here, Charles.
Now, we obviously do not support people asking about your sandwich while you're trying to have your lunch break. That's been made clear. But is there an amount of onions where you have to just accept that people are going to...
It's out of concern instead of interest.
Oh, man, too many onions. Not nice.
It's like you've given up your right to not be grilled about your onions because there's just so many that you're inviting it at that point. It would almost be like a little, like you're obviously wanting someone to ask. It's a cry for help. You're wanting someone to ask you about how many onions
you all the sliced onions.
Right. I think it's you and your cubicle mate, Parson Brown, and the two of you are eating your big onion sandwiches and laughing and talking about how great the onions are today. So sweet, so crisp, so bitter, so many. And then your boss comes by and is like, "Hey, you guys having an onion?" And you both turn to Charles at the same time. You're like, "Charles, not now. We're talking about our onions. I'll talk to you later when I'm done talking to my friend Parson about the onions. But now you're interrupting and being rude." And then you do that every day. And you're going to get very sick from all the onions.
Yeah, but it'll be
so
worth
many
it.
onions.
It's a good episode of this spec script of The Office we're writing right now.
Jim's at it again.
Jim's at it
Dwight's
again.
Like, "What's with the onions?" He's like, "I don't know what you're talking about, Dwight." And Dwight just starts crying.
He says, "These aren't onions." And then he gets onion poisoning and dies.
But then he comes back as a ghost and haunts Dwight. Happy Halloween.
And he didn't die because the staff at Chicago Med was there. That's right. Crossover episode.
And he just keeps looking into his snow globe.
Yeah, that one's in it too. Crisis on Infinite Onions.
Then old Dick Van Dyke shows up at the office and he's like, "My diagnosis is murder." It's funny. If he did show up once, it's like, "My diagnosis is murder." They would say, "Well, thank you for that. That's very vindicating. Could you maybe solve the crime now?"
How did he die? Murder.
Yeah, there's
okay,
a
great,
knife
but-
and the whole bit. We definitely know the diagnosis of this case is murder. Could you do something to advance the resolution of
Nope,
the
that's all I
murder in
got.
question?
And then Viola Davis walks on screen where there's already about 14 characters at this point and just says, "How to get away with onions."
And then she leaves with all the onions because nobody noticed.
And who's that? It's JD and Turk. And they're up to their
Oh,
old
hell
tricks
yeah.
again, scrubbing onions.
I'm having a lot of fun with you boys today.
Okay, so I guess it's time to go to the money zone. Let's go.
I want to tell you all about Blue Apron. Boy, if you like onions, there's one in basically all of them. And that's good because onions are good. And these recipes are good. All the stuff comes to you in pre-portioned ingredients that are fresh and step-by-step recipes that come right to your door. They tell you what to do with the onions, how to touch them, and they can all be cooked in under 45 minutes. The menu features 12 new recipes each week based on what's in season. Onions are always in season, and is designed by Blue Apron's in-house culinary team. With incredible ingredients and chef-designed recipes like strip steaks with potatoes and spicy maple collard greens, Blue Apron lets you see what the power of food can do.
Whoa.
Harness it. Harness this power. Blue Apron is treating my brother and me listeners to $30 off your first order. And if you visit blueapron.com/mybrother, you will get that. So check out this week's menu and get your $30 off at blueapron.com/mybrother. Blue Apron, a better way to cook.
I would like to tell you about Bowl and Branch. I love sheets, and I'm not afraid who knows it. Did you know that every day you spend 14 hours in sheets?
That sounds about right for me, actually.
Justin, yeah.
So anyway, Sheets.
Well, if you add up the time I spend at Sheets, the gas station, and Sheets, the sheets, it's probably pretty
Justin
close.
spends about 2 hours sleeping and then 12 hours crying in a Sheets bathroom.
Bowl and Branch sheets are crafted with 100% organic cotton. They look great and they feel amazing. I can very much vouch for that. And you buy them direct online, so you don't have to pay for the retail markups and because you pay a lot of brick and mortar store operation costs when you buy at a store. When you buy online, you're saving on all of that. And they're so confident that you'll love them that they offer a 30-day refund guarantee. They have thousands of 5-star reviews. They're amazing. So go to Bowl and Branch, it's BOLL and branch.com today. And you'll get $50 off your first set of sheets plus free shipping in the U.S. when you use the promo code MYBROTHER, all one word. That's $50 off plus free U.S. shipping right now at bowlandbranch.com, BOLLANDBRANCH.com, and use the promo code MYBROTHER, all one word. Check it out.
Folks, have you rolled a crit fail on parenting? Oh, God.
I get it.
This is a little targeted. Worried about robot uprising? Don't worry, we got you covered. Hi, Hungry, I'm Dad is the podcast where nerdy dads talk about nerdy fads and give advice to everyone in the Twitterverse. Join Jared and Nathan every other Tuesday as they discuss entertainment and life while relating it all back to how we should raise our kids. And it says, join in the conversation by searching Hi Hungry Podcast on all social media platforms and listen on your favorite podcast app.
These two daddies sound like they have it all figured out. And I want to be there with them.
I would just, any answers they have, if they have some answers for me. I'm feeling a little lost right now.
I have a personal message here. This one's...
How do it, hey, Hi Hungry, I'm Dad. How do it sleep?
Don't know. I got a message here for Jack, and it's from Dad. Daddy says to Jack, this is your father reminding you not to sweat the small things. You're perfect as you are, and have made your mother and I very proud. I love you more than a bushel, a peck, a barrel, and a heap. I love you enough to kiss you square on the lips. This is the best dad then, huh?
This is so sweet.
Way better than Justin.
Best dad sounds like best dad, maybe best Jack. And Jack, don't sweat the small stuff.
Yeah, don't get small sweaty things, you know?
Medium stuff, Jack, because that's where they get you.
It could come from any direction. Mostly the middle.
One more.
This is for Kelly, and it's from Kelly.
Whoa. From Kelly to Justin.
Kelly, happy birthday, Kelly. Although, Kelly, you know how the brothers McElroy are, Kelly, and this message is probably being read in June, Kelly. In that case, happy mamaversary, Kelly, and happy 3rd birthday, McDermott. And if it's any other time of the year, Kelly, well, great job. Now, to be fair, we didn't get that in June, but it does say as close to January 4th as possible.
All right.
Yeah, we did about as bad a job. Happy Olympic closing ceremonies, Kelly. You've done it. You did great up there. What with
could have done better, could have been worse.
Could have been worse. You did great up there. You extinguished the Olympic torch.
So proud.
You extinguished the Olympic torch with your mind.
Which was cool, but no one asked you to do that.
Judge John Hodgman ruled in my favor.
Judge John Hodgman ruled in my friend's favor.
Judge John Hodgman ruled in my favor.
I'm Judge John Hodgman. You're hearing the voices of real litigants, real people who have submitted disputes to my internet court at the Judge John Hodgman podcast. I hear their cases, I ask them questions, they're good ones, and then I tell them who's right and who's wrong.
Thanks to Judge John Hodgman's ruling,
My dad has been forced to retire one of the worst dad jokes of all time.
Instead of cutting his own hair with a Flowbee, my husband has his hair cut professionally.
I have to join a community theater group.
And my wife has stopped bringing home wild animals.
It's the Judge John Hodgman podcast. Find it every Wednesday at MaximumFun.org or wherever you download podcasts.
Thanks, Judge John Hodgman.
Here's a Yahoo that was sent in by Nathan Smith. Thank you, Nathan. It's Yahoo Answers user. Sorry, something's gone wrong, but it was sent in by Jason Jith, who asks, how do I play a video game? I never played a video game in my life before. What video game should I get? There was like thousands of video games at the stores with lots of colorful pictures. Also, I think the store person said I need to have a console. What is that? PS3, PS4, Xbox, Nintendo? What is that?
No, that's the upsell. You don't need a console.
You do not need it. You do not need it.
That's how they get you.
Do you own a Discman?
Yeah.
I got good news. Vis-a-vis Kirby. He's
You
here.
are gonna need the adapter though. But
yes, the Kirby adapter. It goes on your mouth and it lets you suck stuff in.
Yeah.
To turn into a fire or a laser. There's so many games, though, and where do you even start? Never played a game, and you want to start being gaming. Let's start from the basics. Getting your head in the right place. So for me, I think it's important to take a beat and plug in your game into whatever disc player you got, and then you need to take a second and just remember, none of it's real. It's not.
Yeah, that is so important.
Because you play Kirby and you think like, am I going to get stomped by the monsters? Is the big tree going to throw apples at me until I die?
That almost never happens.
It almost never happens. And you're fighting the big tree and it's yelling at you and throwing the big apples at you. And you could, if you're not a gamer, you might think I'm going to die when the pink man dies because of all the apples that got thrown right at me that hit me. And now I'm too scared to continue gaming. And it's really important for me to tell you that most of the games, if you die in them, you won't die in real life. Most of them.
And I will say this is something that they won't tell you. But you could, if you used to read Nintendo Power, this is like on the last page of every Nintendo Power, a list of games that you actually, the only way to win is to turn off the game and never play it again. Like you'd be in one of those fights where like, there's no way I can beat this boss. Well, the trick is you turn it off and that kills the boss. Because the boss only exists while you're playing.
Sometimes you got to move your controller over to the second port. And that's something that will work in some games.
Yeah, I do that with every game now, just to make sure that I'm not being tricked in some way. Another thing to keep in mind is if you have a bad time with the game, and say you're playing Kirby's Dream Land, even though it's called Kirby's Dream Land, Kirby didn't make it. Yeah. Kirby didn't make the game. He's the star of the game, and so they called it Kirby's Dream Land. And I know that's confusing because, like, when you go to the movies and you go see, like, I want to see George Lucas's Star Wars, you know right there what it says on the tin, who made it. That's not how it works in games sometimes. Sometimes it'll be called like Super Mario's Odyssey. But it's not, he didn't, Jesus Christ, how are you not getting this? He didn't make it. Someone made it. Like one or two people made it. When you get angry at the game because you died from too many apples, stop writing angry letters to Kirby. He didn't, it's not him. He didn't do it.
He didn't make it.
Jack Kirby made it.
Jack Kirby made it by himself.
Another joke about video games is trade-ins. If the problem with getting into video games is if you don't already have video games to trade in towards a brand new video game, there's no way to get into the system.
Games, right.
You can't get into the system. So you're kind of locked out. You could inherit games, and that's pretty much it.
Can I ask you, boys,
stealing.
I'm not a professional gamer. I have a question for you two boys. I think you're professional gamers. I haven't checked in a while. Did they ever make a matching Power Glove so you could have two?
And so you can really fondle the Pong.
Yeah. Because if I just have the Power Glove on one hand, doesn't my other hand get cold?
Yeah, but that's the gamer life.
Just cold hand?
Something also is you're going to start getting frustrated that you can't figure out how to kiss in every video game. Because a lot of games are pretty open with what the kissing button is, The Sims, other ones. But a lot of the time you'll be like, I don't think there's a way to kiss. Just keep trying. You'll
find it.
You're gonna figure it out. Mario is missing. You have to press X and Y at the same time, and then Luigi.
Wait, shit, really? Is Mario missing? Griffin, you can't drop that on me.
Yeah.
What if I need to talk to him?
Well, that was the last Mario game because he was not. He was found. His body was. But while you're playing that one, you're gonna want to kiss, and you're not gonna figure out how. Just hit X and Y together. If you get online is a great resource for knowledge for so many things, and a lot of times, people online, web content users will tell you what buttons to press to do to kiss.
Another thing that if you're just getting into gaming now that I think no one talks about, but I'll tell you right now, you'll find yourself playing Sonic T Hedgehog, and you'll be like, I'm feeling an erotic interest in this, but the game images aren't giving me what I need.
Yeah,
Is there somewhere where I might find these images? And the answer is no. No, unfortunately, that just no one's gotten into that yet. You're the only one that feels that way.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry I have to break that to you.
Yeah, it's rough. A lot of people go looking for horny Sonic T Hedgehog images after they're done playing Sonic Hedgehog, but I'm so sorry. There isn't any.
There isn't any, and we haven't figured out how to make them yet.
So stop asking.
Elon Musk was working on it for a while, and then he got distracted by space. But hopefully he'll get back into it because Elon Musk is really into erotic Sonic T Hedgehog imagery.
Hold on, Trav, can you give me that one clean so that when we're taking to court, they have like exactly the soundbite that they need. All right, Justin, just be quiet for a second. I'm gonna put in a click right here just so we have it clean. Go ahead and say that thing you just said again, Travis, legally.
Elon Musk is very into erotic Sonic the Hedgehog imagery.
Okay. I said okay a little tight there, but I think we can cut it out.
Yeah, we can clean that up.
We'll pot it down.
So
I want to read another question.
Well, I just also wanted to say, get the Xbox. It plays all the games. Go ahead.
I teach 7th grade English language arts at a local middle school. There's been a dead roach on the inside of one of the lights for an entire year.
Nasty.
I haven't moved it because, 1, I wouldn't know how to put the light cover back on, and 2, I never thought anyone would notice. Nobody knows how to put the light cover back on. You have to take it off, and that's how you learn. None of us know.
Okay. I do like that this question, that also struck me, that the question asked concern wasn't, I don't know how to take the cover off. Obvious, got it. But then what do I do?
That is a much worse scenario. In their defense, it is much worse to call facilities and be like, we have got a light fixture on the ground over here. Vandals have unscrewed. Anyway, that all changed when my 5th period class decided to personify the roach as our deceased class pet named Tommy. I played along with it because it seemed like silly, harmless fun. However, my students now have a funeral plan for Tommy the Roach on Friday of this week. One student wrote a eulogy, and several of them requested that I wear black out of respect. I'm concerned about wasting class time, but I don't want to stifle my students' creativity. Please help. This is Creative Cockroach Conundrum in Texas. Here, if you wanted to live in the bit, but also try to get things back on track so you learn about, I don't know, which countries are named what. It's language arts. Okay, well they have English language names, sure. You could say that since they didn't know the roach when it was alive, they don't really know what sort of faith background the roach had, and you don't know what kind of service the roach would have wanted. That could be how he wanted to sort of spend his after days is there in the light fixture without a bunch of Judeo-Christian nonsense,
right?
Sort of helping shepherd him across the river Styx.
Now, you could, if you did want to make it educational, you're going to need a conveyor belt. You're going to need a small toilet. And you're going to have the conveyor belt going into the toilet, and you're going to put Tommy on one end of it, Tommy's desiccated corpse. And desecrated. It's been both things. And you put it on there, and you let the conveyor belt go, and you say the conveyor belt's going. Better tell me what a preposition is. Hurry, hurry, hurry. And get the answer some high pressure. Because one thing the roach doesn't want for its last rites is to go in a toilet like some sort of common fish.
Here's the thing. When you're worried about it being educational, I think what you really need to do is look around the room, look every child in the eyes, and decide in your own mind are any of these kids going to be funeral directors? Because if so, What you're doing is
On the job
incredibly
training.
educational.
It's huge.
Do you have one particularly spooky student? You know the type I'm talking about. And I'm not telling you to, put your kids in a box. I'm just saying.
We're also not saying every funeral director is spooky.
I'm saying that absolutely. So you have one student that comes to class in a big top hat and a big dirty
So not
dark
every
frock
funeral director is spooky. That's unfair. Some of them just needed some fast cash.
Yeah.
People get in binds.
In the hot, high-stakes world of directing funerals. How do you need a director for a funeral? It's not a, fucking James Cameron flick. It's like, here's the box, go do the weeping and all.
Not for mine, buddy. Mine pyrotechnics.
Where do we
Light
put the flowers? We better hire somebody to tell us where the flowers. Hey, it's just my grandpa's up there. Can you tell me, am I supposed to do sad? Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, if you're in the funeral biz or your family is and you're about to start tweeting at us, just please only direct those at Griffin because, I do not need the existential crisis when I'm trying to just, hang on for dear life. So please just direct those funeral-related tweets at Ditto.
Now, funeral directors a good job, and people who do it are valuable, and Tim Allen sucks shit. Let's just do all the disclaimers at the end of the show.
M. Night Shyamalan is my favorite funeral director because, you walk up to the casket and you look and you go, wait, I'm in there. Twist.
Yeah, it's me in there. And he's me. And I'm him. Uh-oh.
Twist.
There's the twist. Man, students will do fucking anything to get out of reading a book for even a minute, huh? We can twist this and have fun with it for as long as we want. But this is a lot like when we were doing Spanish class in high school and we knew our teacher really liked Finding Nemo, and so we just swore up and down I feel like just watching Finding Nemo with the Spanish subtitles on is the best way for me to absorb this. So just go ahead and put that one on again, and that right there is good teaching.
I had a teacher named Mr. Sheets in middle school, and he was he taught us algebra, and Mr. Sheets also loved the Civil War. He was like a Civil War reenactor. So when we would want to throw things off the rails, we would just ask him a question about the Civil War. And in the moment, I felt very smarmy about it. Oh, we got him. But then looking back on it, I realized I learned a lot about the Civil War in that class. So he kind of got me. He kind of still did get me. I wonder if more classes would be more effective if teachers use this sort of strategy. On paper, you're the math teacher, but secretly, it's all about geometry. So you feel like you're pulling one over on him whenever you're hearing about geometry, but really that was the plan all along.
I mean, it's a failure, I think, of the class. If I go to lit class and I learn about biology, that's cool. But it's not really what I signed up for. It's not the credit that I think. I'm going to show up to, Lit 2 in college and be like, all right, time to talk about Dickens. And be like, I don't know what that is, but I can tell you what a...
Well, the teachers would need a system where all the subjects would still be covered. The secret subjects would cover all the bases.
It's just one to the left.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. Thank you. Yes, exactly.
This might be weird, but as long as we're talking about West Virginia teachers, we should mention that all the schools in West Virginia are closed because all the teachers at public schools are on strike because they got fucked by the state legislature, and you should go support them however you can. They're trying to get a 5% pay raise instead of the shitty 2% pay raise, which doesn't cover rising cost of insurance, which used to be covered.
The tripling cost of insurance.
You're right.
It's absolutely madness.
There was a state resource to pay for public educators' insurance that is no longer funded, which is something that they are also fighting for. So we're very proud of them. Literally every teacher in all 55 counties are fighting back to try and get these things. And schools have been closed for, I think this is the 4th day today of the strike. So
I believe so.
Anything
technically work stoppage. Technically
work stoppage. Yes.
No, I don't know what the difference is.
There's a whole thing.
It's a whole thing.
Yeah, I figure we should mention that because we make jokes here, but we had good teachers growing up, and they deserve to be compensated and taken care of.
And Reese Witherspoon tweeted about this work stoppage. I heard. That's what I heard.
We got Reese on our
Reese
side.
Witherspoon teaches in West Virginia?
No, she just tweeted. Speaking of the end of the show, this is it. You've reached it. We've done it. We've beaten the odds. I've beaten the odds. I guess Travis too. Hey Trav, do you have like, I meant to ask you much earlier, do you have like wobbly legs? You adjusting back to land life?
Not wobbly legs so much as I'll just be sitting there and suddenly feel like I'm falling over.
Oh, that's the pits.
It's great. I'm loving it.
It is kind of exciting, I guess.
In all seriousness, it really was an absolute blast. I want to say thank you again to Joco Cruise for having me and my wife and dad and everybody there. And if you are interested in it, do go check out jococruise.com. They are already selling cabins for 2019. They Might Be Giants is going to be on it. It's leaving from, I believe, the East Coast, Florida this year.
Yeah, they're doing the Caribbean this year.
What?
They're doing the Caribbean next year.
Yeah. It's going to be super fun. Go check it out. Also, plugging stuff. Schmanners is going to be performing at Moon Tower Comedy Festival April 18th. You can get tickets for that at bit.ly/Moon Tower Schmanners, SHMANNERS.
Where's that at, Scrubs?
It's in Austin, Texas.
Ooh.
I live there. I want to thank John Roderick and the Long Winters for the use of our theme song, It's a Departure, off the album Putting the Days to Bed. It's a fantastic album, and you're just going to love the shit out of it. And I also want to thank Maximum Fun. You can go to MaximumFun.org and check out all the great podcasts there, and go download some, like Switchblade Sisters, and Tights and Fights, and the Beef and Dairy Network, and so many more. And if you want to hear other stuff we do, just go to McElroyshows.com. You can find out where all our podcasts and videos and stuff live.
So, that's it.
Here comes that final. It was sent in by Merritt Palmer. Thank you, Merritt. It's Yahoo Answers user. They're anonymous, and for good reason, because their perverse question is, where can I find scented candles that smell like new Band-Aids?
My name is Justin McElroy.
I'm Travis McElroy.
I'm Griffin McElroy.
This has been my brother and me.
The McElroy brothers are not experts, and their advice should never be followed. Travis insists he's a sexpert, but if there's a degree on his wall, I haven't seen it. Also, this show isn't for kids, which I mention only so the babies out there will know how cool they are for listening. What's up, you cool baby?
It's familiar, but not too familiar, but not too not familiar. It's a new craze. Hey, good girls, do you wanna just say, hey, I wanna? Just say, hey, I wanna.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to My Brother, Me, an advice show for the modern era. I'm your oldest brother, Justin Glamour McElroy.
I'm your best brother, Travis McElroy.
And the nominee for Baby Brother 30 Under 30 Media Luminaries is Willem Dafoe.
Oh no, they read the wrong name.
He's just a nominee. And Griffin McElroy.
Oh, okay.
They only got 2 this year, and I'm gonna beat his ass.
Hey, do you guys remember when they read the wrong name last year?
Okay.
Anything could happen in the Oscars.
And I can't believe they're letting James Kimmel do it a second time after he beefed it so hard on stage. He ripped a big beefer. Anyway, let's make jokes about Hollywood's biggest night.
Okay, I sometimes I just call them the Grouches.
Oh, that's fun. I was going to do one where
fun.
it's like, I'm having an Oscar party, and you guys be like, oh, what are you doing? And it's like, well, I'm inviting all my favorites, Oscar from The Office, Oscar the Grouch, Travis already fucking sort of
Oscar De La Hoya.
Oscar De La Hoya's got
Oscar
the invite.
from Odd Couple? Isn't that an Oscar?
We can do better than this. We can do better than this.
I'm looking forward to seeing a big win for Saoirse Ronan from Lady Bird.
So the joke there is that you said the name really very, very bad.
We're starting the episode over.
No. We're in we're not. We're in Justin's
This
joke.
is not part of the episode that we released to people.
We're pulling it back.
Okay.
Now, Justin.
Mine was nothing. But
we can punch it. We can punch it up because you could be like, pronounce other names wrong, like, and then the one who gave out the award was Matt Damon. It's like, do you mean Matt Damon? And then the joke there is that you just can't say names correctly.
A lot of times, the problem is I isolated my joke too much because it wasn't a joke; it was a half joke. Sometimes on My Brother, and Me, if we do enough half jokes in sequence, it starts to feel funny, like, not funny, haha, but like, boy, these boys are having a good time.
Yeah.
I guess I should be having a good time too.
Yes.
It's kind of like guilting. We're just throwing so much out there that eventually you just kind of feel bad for not laughing.
So I have 2 jokes,
Oh,
and I'd
good.
like to do them back to back. And the first one is this. I it's great that 3 billboards outside Ebbing, Missouri is up for the big one, the big nomination, but I think it's going to lose to 4 billboards outside of Ebbing, Missouri. I thought it was kind of fucked up how they made that movie, and they were like, well, we can do you one better. And then sure enough, it has one more billboard. It has Frances McDormand 2, the sequel to Frances McDormand, and is better by just about one number, just about all across the board.
Hey, Griffin, that one actually got me.
That one got you. Okay, so
That was very funny. Yeah, very funny.
Jameson, go ahead and put that one on the front. Front load that one. Okay, here's my second joke. Yeah, I saw Shape of Water, and I don't really get what the buzz is all about because it's just Guillermo del Toro for an hour and a half, just sort of barreling right down the camera, and he's just like, a puddle, a glass. If you pour it into a glass, it looks like that. A bucket, you can do a bucket with it. If it gets real cold, you can make it sort of cube shaped. That's it. And he goes on, and he thinks of way funnier stuff. Fuck no. Jameson, put that one at
that
the
was
end.
close. That was
Jameson,
close
when
to
it's
a joke.
Peter and when it's starting to peter out, Jameson, just go ahead and drop that one right at the end.
The absence of funny material in the first 4.5 minutes of this program is starting to make me feel a little panicky. It feels like a weight on my chest.
Is it possible,
like it'll never come back?
Is it possible that the problem is not us? It's just that the Oscars aren't fucking funny or interesting or anything?
Yeah, we did not really think about whether or not it should be an Oscars thing. We just sort of threw that out. First thought, best thought. But sometimes with us, first thought, worst thought, which actually sounds better.
It does.
It actually rhymes.
It rhymes better than the other one.
When you get in that stage, Justin, you just got to keep digging. You got to keep digging your way out of the
Just
out of the
trust
whale.
there's something in there.
Yeah, so just keep digging. We're gonna hit it eventually.
What if we started
Jameson, hey,
our
listen,
own?
listen. Jameson's gonna make us sound cool and funny and smart.
Yeah,
so don't you
absolutely.
worry about that.
Okay.
What if we just started our own Oscars?
Oh.
And now here's the thing about our Oscars. It's not about the movies that came out this year. It's about the movies we watched this year.
Okay.
So like a movie from like the 70s could win Best Picture because like we just saw it.
This is not. Jameson,
This is nothing?
Jameson, you know what to do with this one, right?
No, that had legs. That could go somewhere.
Jameson,
what
I
movies have you guys watched? And that could be...
Yeah, Jameson, I trust you. Jameson, I'm gonna give you a mark when to stop cutting. Okay.
But what if it's really... that could have
Wait for the mark,
legs.
Jameson, wait for the mark. Mark.
So are we starting over, or what's our sort of vote currently?
What do you think, Jameson? He's crying.
Jameson's crying. You made Jameson cry, Justin. Way to go. You know he's going through a lot right now. Jameson, you got any funny Oscar jokes? I can't say that on the air.
That was actually pretty good.
Jameson?
Really good.
He needs to get on the mic. He does need to get on the mic.
Well, Jameson, can you put in the Audacity filter and the audio editing that like auto-tunes the jokes to be funnier?
It's auto TOONS.
Yeah. Oh, and see, that was Jameson's work because that was a pretty good joke. Travis didn't just say that.
I didn't say anything.
I feel like I can't breathe.
What's wrong?
It's like a way. It's like, will it ever be good again? Is this the end of, like, this is my career. You know, like, is this is how I put food on the table for my family?
Sure.
No, what we have is a really steep bell curve, Justin, where the first 4 episodes were really bad, and then it started to improve. And then here at the end, as we round the corner to 400, the last 4 episodes are going to be really bad.
It's getting dark in here. It feels darker in my room right now. I would swear it feels darker. It's the same lighting I was at, but it feels darker in
Well,
here.
the walls
You
are
guys see
closing in
that?
on Justin.
Gotta raise these ceilings. I'm gonna lower my chair a bit because the ceilings are getting really low. I'm just gonna lower my chair so I'm farther from them.
Hey, Justin.
My throat is closing up, so I'm not
Yeah.
gonna respond. But just I'm not.
I'll talk at you. Go ahead and can you do a thing where you lower your chair and then the chair falls over and you do a funny tumble out of it?
Yeah, let me try. Hold on. All right, I'm gonna try to lower.
That was the quietest fall I've ever heard. That was the quiet.
Well, my equipment is tuned.
Yeah, sure.
My equipment is tuned to only capture my voice. Did you hear the fart though?
No, that was
fart came
golden.
through.
The fart was something, right? People are gonna chuckle at that.
I think we got it. Holy shit!
It's a defense mechanism.
I want Squad.
I want too much.
Squad.
Welcome to the reason you really tune in. This podcast within a podcast. Sometimes a podcast within an intro, I guess. It's Munch Squad. I want to encourage you to pull into Bojangles 3 weeks ago for heart-shaped Bowberry biscuits and more at Bojangles for V-Day, which meant something else when we won the war. But now Bojangles has reclaimed V-Day for biscuits. And they looked at the calendar and they saw V-Day coming up a few weeks back. Sorry, I've been on leave. They saw V-Day coming up a few weeks back. I didn't want to miss any of these. And they said, we need something to celebrate Valentine's Day. How about we give people 5 different things at Valentine's Day? So Bojangles, this is a quote, Bojangles is all about bringing people together for special moments.
Is it?
Says Bojangles Senior Vice President of Marketing, Randy Poindexter.
No,
which is
that's not a
fake.
person.
That's a person on our program, not a character we created for our program, Randy Poindexter. And Bojangles is whenever I go there to eat the sloppy chicken, I think, I wish there were people closer to me for this special moment of enjoying the spicy chicken selects. The quote continues, it's always challenging to come up with creative Valentine's Day gifts and activities, but you can never go wrong by adding our signature Bojangles flavor to your special day.
Now,
I can think of many ways in which adding Bojangles to your Valentine's Day could go extremely wrong.
Deeply wrong.
Deeply wrong.
What if your lover is allergic to chicken?
That's one thing. Your lover doesn't enjoy spice or biscuits.
Yeah, your lover doesn't want to eat a wet mess.
I think it's great. Randy talks about how hard it is, and then the very next graph, it says, enjoy a heart-shaped Bowberry biscuit. So, like, Randy says it's hard to come up with things, but really, you just make it heart-shaped, huh? It doesn't seem that hard, Rando. It seems pretty easy. So it's a famous buttermilk biscuit with bowberries.
Oof.
Uncool to make. Okay, so berries have names. When you look at them on the vine, berries have names, right? Blueberry, blackberry, raspberry. This is got bowberries baked inside. That's capitalized. That's a proper noun. What are you doing?
Well, you take
to
a
the berries?
You take a raspberry and you water it exclusively with Bo-Bice's sweat.
Yeah. Here's the thing. Bojangles is partnered with Monsanto, and they have created a chicken-flavored berry.
I would fuck that up.
You can make your heart-shaped Bowberry biscuit. If you guys haven't seen it, it's literally a biscuit with bowberries baked into it with icing on top. And then right after that, literally, it says, here's a scoop. Make your heart-shaped Bowberry biscuit experience even sweeter by adding a scoop of vanilla ice cream when you get home for a delectable dessert. Now, what he said there is, when you get home, this is not a service that Bojangles is providing to you. This is not an option Bojangles has provided you this V-Day. They're saying, when you get home, go to your freezer, get your own ice cream, and hack our dessert that we made. Hack our thing.
This is like when there's recipes on the back of the Ritz box, and you look at it and go, and then just eat a whole sleeve dry.
Other Bojangles ideas for Valentine's Day, because they're who you turn to when you need ideas for Valentine's Day. You can write a love letter. If you go to bojangles.com/love, you can create a thoughtful e-card for your family, friends, or that special someone, courtesy of Bojangles.
No. Don't mind if I do.
For your family, friends, or side piece. You can actually get 8 side pieces, which is nice.
You can even use this idea to be a community sweetheart by selecting from the pre-populated list